I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
Oh my goodness, there we go. There we go. Why does it do that? Why, oh why? Hello everybody, how is everybody doing today, guys? Welcome to another Call of the Wild Wednesday, y'all. Happy Call of the Wild Wednesday, guys. This is our best day of the week. We're still working on our first ever road deer grind, so it might be a little bit of a a grindy kind of stream. Might not be just jumping in front of everything and killing everything, but we're gonna have fun with it, guys. By the way, you're watching Mechanic TTV. Thank you for joining us now and or later, guys. First things first, we're gonna figure out per the usual. We're gonna figure out what challenges look good to us to see if we can earn another tripod or two, something like that. Well, hello, Red Bull. How you doing? Pretty good. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am very much. I took a nap. I took a late morning nap, and woke up barely in time for the stream. So I'm still kind of waking up, tripping over my words a little bit, but I'm doing all right. Glad to hear that you're doing good too. I don't know if you caught yesterday during the Marvel Rivals stream. I think I saw you. My memory's so bad, dude. I know I saw you recently. I can't remember if you were there during the part when I tried a new Red Bull. I tried the Wild Berry Red Bull. Oh my gosh. It's actually pretty darn good. It's actually pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. We very much do need to, there we go. We need to check out the daily challenges that might work well for Quattro Cleanus. That's my hope. That's my hope. But then again, it kind of just depends on what pays. Look at all these daily challenges, though, Red Bull. Look at this. Look at these daily challenges. 750 XP, 200 XP, 1000 XP, 600 XP, 500 XP, and then $1,000 if we lung shot a rabbit, which last time we did that, I don't trust your taste buds completely. You don't like cheese. That should be more of a reason to trust my taste buds. I am one of the few who can taste things well enough to tell how horrid cheese is. All right, guys, the only one here that even actually pays us. Look, they're all XP. Every single challenge is XP except for one for $1,000. It's a big waste of our time. Because the last time, guys, you remember just the other week, we went to go shoot a white-tailed jackrabbit in the lung at the right time, and it didn't register it. So how am I supposed to know if this one will? I don't. I'm going to grab it just in case. And I'm already max level, so there's no point in getting any of the others. But look at these ones, guys. 1,800 XP, 2,250 XP, or $6,000 for white-tailed jackrabbit between 1,800 and 2,200. So we could make a quick $7,000, but honestly, this is the day of all days to just say screw it and not do the challenges. The weekly challenge with the daily challenges maxes us out at $7,000. Why in the world would we do that? All right, guys, let's get right back to it. So today, just like we've been working on, we've placed all of our tents. We've placed all of our tents save for, I think, 2 that we still have to earn. So we're going to go over here and grab what we're missing, which is nothing. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to grab a tripod or two. And that's about all she wrote, guys. That's about the only thing I can think of that we could really use. I don't think we need the Arzina for this map at all because there's no class 9 animal on Quattro Colinas that I'm aware of. We got a bunch of goats, ibexes, things like that, as well as the biggest thing I can see on here is a red deer, and that's a class 6 or 7 animal. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no large species on this map at all, which works for me. We're basically what we're going to do is we're going to just travel around to where we have our tents set up, where we want them to be, and we're going to scout out some roe deer and place down some tripods while we shoot them off of the spots that they're at. So let's go ahead and get the time changed and get on to doing that. I'm going to change the time. They start drinking at 1400. I'm going to change the time to about 1539, and I'm going to give it a second because I've seen them walking up to their zones as late as like 1630, like with only a half hour left of their drinking time. So I'm going to give them plenty of time, and while that's happening, I'm just going to pull up my picture of my hotspot map and make sure that I am good to go on where I need to check. We have most every single roe deer zone in the entire game scouted already, so we're doing just fine. But I want to double, triple check and make sure. Yeah. I think we're doing just fine. I think we've scouted out the vast majority of it. I'm looking here to see where some other people prefer to put their stands that are not on the one lake. Because if you look down here at the bottom lake, you'll see we got most everything set up. We might need one more stand down this direction. That might be beneficial, but I'm not entirely sold on that. Not entirely sure what should we if I could talk, what we should do there with those stands. All right, let's just get to it. We got to decide where we want to put these last few stands. One of them's going to have to go up here on this lake. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's going to have to. So I'm going to mark a spot right there. We're going to fast travel over, and well, I tell you what, we're actually gonna travel from right here, this spot right here. We're going to fast travel there. We're going to go east to that lake just right next to it, but we're going to be just far enough out where it's not going to spook them. And that's going to be easy pickings for scouting out some more roe deer for this grind. We want to make sure we get every single last possible zone discovered and our tents placed where they are just optimal placing for quickly scouting the map again every time we kill one. So this lake right here, guys, they spawn on the bottom half. As you can see, we've pretty well got all of their zones already, but I'm gonna go over there and just triple check like I do. And then I'm gonna make my way up and scout out this area and place a tripod right over here. And then hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have another tent that we can place as well. Not much money to be made today, guys. Not much money to be made today at all. Got a roe deer giving us a warning call. Now, it makes me wonder, why is that dude and his chick not going to their drinking zones? You know, because it is well past time for them to be in their drinking zones. Like I said, guys, it's 15:53 right now, and that dude's not even yet at his drinking zone. Now, I know we're kind of in his wind a little bit. That's probably why. But he just keeps getting alerted to us, and he's not really traveling like he should be because he's too anxious. But there's his girlfriend right back that way. Still calmly traveling at 15:54, and she's headed southwest, which means she's headed down to the river. And so is he. We're going to leave them alone. Him and his chick just got back from the water holes. Anonymous, they're really trying to cut back on their drinking. Water holes Anonymous. That's hilarious. Everybody knows what the watering hole is for. Right? All right. Y'all know what the watering hole is for. Oh, hydrate. Red Bull. Oh, my gosh. I missed that, dude. Are you still there? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Red Bull, I'm hydrating. Gosh dang it, we spooked it. We spooked it. Nope. Holy cow, I just hydrated. Thank you, sir, for the hydration. And since I missed that one by so much, I'm still going to redeem your points back to you for it. But we got to start making our way downtown, crawling fast, trying to spot road deer. All right. All right, all right, all right. Missed it by 10 minutes. All right. All righty then. I think we're cooking with Crisco, guys. I think we're cooking with Crisco. We just got to get to the actual watering hole. Like I said, for some reason, guys, I can set it all the way to 1600 and 1630. They will still be on their way to their drinking zones. They will not be there. They will be on their way. That's why we're running across so many of them. That's why I've also started just ooh, look at those pheasant. Look at those pheasant. But if we're nice and careful, we'll be able to spot them without spooking them, then make our way down to the river. And I still don't quite understand how people could so quickly spot every single newly spawned deer after you kill one. Unless it really is that they don't move. Like, from my understanding, obviously, when you try to get them isolated to a certain lake, it's because they won't spawn at a different lake. Like, that's why you're trying to do that. But I'm still grasping the idea of how to properly do it. From my understanding, you know, if I want to switch them, that's going to be quite the effort. Because if I want to switch one from, like, I think they spawn in this lake. It could be. I know they spawn in this lake. If I want to switch one right here, I have to go over here, shoot one of the females, or shoot a solo over here. Or if it's a dude, like if it's just one dude here that I want to switch with one dude here, I need to leave his girlfriend, kill the dude, leave his body there. Don't tell me I just spooked a roe deer. There's no way to tell. There's no freaking way to tell. Yep, more than likely did. Yeah, it's going to be quite the process learning how to do this the right way. But I'm excited about it. We will be hunting anything on Quattro that we want to while we're doing this. It's going to be a mixture of scouting, drink zones for the grind, and shooting whatever the crap pays us. Hopefully another Iberian wolf. I got a video upcoming, guys. In fact, it might have been posted. No, it's getting posted today. It's getting posted today at in the evening time. and it's our video of getting our first ever encounter ever with an Iberian wolf. Guys, we've now had 2 ridiculously rare first encounters with the new species. And what I mean by that is, like, for seeing a species for the first time to get a rare out of it is insane, right? We've had that happen twice. And what I mean by rare is we got a rare fur color on the second one and a diamond on the first one. The first time we encountered a diamond mountain goat, and I mean like a unit. We got a good one, you know. And so we got a diamond mountain goat the first time we ever even found them. What's up, Dubstep Llama? How you doing, bro? Chacho? Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday. How you been? But we've been... okay, so they are there. See, they're still making their way there, and it's 16:18. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Like the whole hour and a half in thing, that's not working. That's not working here. I tell you what. I'm doing good. I'm still freaking tired. I cannot seem to wake up today. I just cannot seem to wake up today. I got up, got around, took my kids to school, came back, tried to get something done, try to be productive, you know. And after a while, you know, a couple emails or whatever, I was like, man, I can't fight the temptation anymore. And I went and took a good 2-hour nap right before the stream. Boy, howdy. Let me tell you, I dreamt that I was like related to Godzilla and Batman or something. What's going on, Grumpy Grizzler? How you doing? How is Grumpy doing today? Yeah, I had the craziest dream right before I woke up and started the stream. It was like a vigilante Godzilla apocalyptic freaking weird dream. Fun though. It was a fun one. Well to you, good sir. All right, guys, the bottom half. Look who it is. Guys, shout out to the one and only Grumpy Grizzler, guys. I'm trying. My little T-Rex arms. There we go. All right. But yeah, super weird dream. It's like one of them, Earth is ending, and somehow everybody's just carrying on like it's no big deal type of weird nightmares. You guys ever had those? Oh, man.
The Ronda ibex's horns may be shorter, straighter than those of the other subspecies you find here, but this just serves to make them unique.
Yeah, no, it was super weird. Yeah, it was something. It's like I was Godzilla's kid, but I was Batman also. I don't know. Super weird. Not even joking. We were also at like a baseball game for some reason, and there was like some sort of like mission to save something. I don't know. Super weird dream. Loved it to death. All right, guys. I would say that we've gotten this spot pretty well scouted out. I would say. They're definitely. Ooh, that guy's decent. Look at him. So he is just pushing the boundaries of diamond. But look at those little antlers on him. I tell you what, he's looking like he might be toward the top of that. The male fantasy right there. Tossing and transforming. You got the full boundary. Yeah, dude. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Oh, man. Guys, I think we have spotted all of them at this place, at least. I think we need to go back to the river. We might need to go back on down to the river. Thank you very much for the alert, Grumpy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them. We already have their drink zone for sure, so we're just looking for more drink zones. Boy, I tell you what, they got the AC didn't get fixed, but the temperature sure dropped. And I am not freaking sweating anymore. My hands are freezing again. I got dinosaur hands because of how little blood flow I get to my hands for whatever reason. Always been that way. So it takes quite a bit of heating them up. That's why I'm wearing a long sleeve today. right, we're just going to check this side, and then we're popping down here to the river to scout out some more of them. Again, if we run into anything that's not a roe deer, it's dead. Oh, by the way, guys, let's get the glitchy confetti out of the way, huh? Let's get the glitchy confetti out of the way. All right. I know there's more than one zone. There's a solo deer zone there. There's a couple. There's a pair right there. Yep, same couple. Another couple. All right, I'm pretty sure we spotted them, but I'm going to let them calm down for a second. Glitchy indeed. Yes, the first one's always glitchy. The second one's smooth as butter. Yippee! Yippee! Right. Yeah, the second one is smooth as butter, and the rest of them are smooth as butter. But for some reason, the first one, even if I do it before I go live and everything, it's just the first one's always glitchy for some reason. And then after that, it's just fine. Gonna make sure that we're actually. God, you see how cold my hands are. Like, just freaking all over the place. Attentive and drinking. Yeah, I think we've gotten all their zones on this lake. I'm like 900% sure we have. That's good, though. That helps me cross things off the list. This river is going to be the real kicker. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any new ones, so that's good. We got them all spotted on this lake. I could cross this lake off. Thank goodness. All right, guys, on to the next. So the next spot we're going to look at is actually going to be down this way, but we're going to fast travel over here to get more out of the way. We got that west wind, so I'm going to, I would say right here, but the deer actually do spawn right there. I think that is within 270 of where they spawn on the river, because they spawn right here down to like right cha, and I don't want to spook them right there. So we're going to fast travel to this outpost. It's a little bit further west, make our way over there to the east, and then go up the river and see what we can spot. And we should have the bottom half of the map completely done twice, which means we've definitely found every deer. But hopefully we run into some things on the way. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, that's what we're here for. I'm trying to kind of just multitask. For now, let's go right cha. Let's go. So they spawn as far as like right here ish. So I want to make sure I maintain my distance from that. But I don't want to take all day to get there because it is 1647 in the game. What have y'all been hunting lately? Oh, look at my green cup disappearing. You see the grass behind me. What have you all been hunting recently? We got Cannon, also known as Ripper KC, on the Mechanexus. He's been grinding out some more fallow, and he got another fallow great one to appear. And then him and his friends are saying that they want us all to shoot them live, which would be fun. Be a fun thing to do for the stream. Grinding a few mules last few days. Got 5 diamonds and 4 rares. What map are you grinding those on again? Was it Silver Ridge? Was it Silver Ridge dubstep? ASCII, that's what it was. That is the best mule deer grind map, so I've heard. Yeah, I didn't realize that setting up a grind is like the hardest part of the grind, according to some people. I'm not saying I'm sure people have many opinions of many kinds, but I would agree with that for sure. Me personally, it's definitely the least fun part. That's for sure. Because scouting out a whole map twice has been super boring. But once it's done, we're gonna be able to keep shooting. We're not gonna start another Great One grind until we have like $516,000 to just buy all of the stuff for it and get it all set up the right way the first time. Not setting up my tents really was a stupid idea to start scouting and not set up my tents first. I could have just been there scouting with my tents instead of only using the tents for like the one lake, which we haven't even really used them for. All right, guys, up here is about where they spawn, or is about where they drink. Maybe not where they spawn, but about where they drink. So we're definitely going to be seeing some roe deer. My hope is that we'll be seeing some new roe deer. Stuck on a little miniature tree. All right, it's 17:01. They will be drinking there for about like 10 15 minutes more of like game time, so like 4 minutes or less, like 3 minutes of real time. My scouting was so great, I missed 2 lakes, so 3 herds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dubstep, can you tell me, do you have to go find the deer after every time that you kill them, right? Like after every single deer, if you shot one off of this lake, would you immediately have to go find it somewhere else? Is that the process? Is shoot it and then go find where the new one spawned? Do you have to re-scout every single time you kill an animal? I think we do. I think you do. I think you told me, or somebody told me a while back that is what you do. But boy, howdy, that just sounds so crazy to me. Have to go back over the whole map every time you kill an animal? Oh, man. That sounds insane. If you shoot solos, then yeah. God dang. How do people manage to even do that in a timely manner? That's crazy. Shoot herds mostly. So, when you say you shoot herds, like you leave some of them alive? Or you'd say like you'll wipe a whole herd? All right, it looks like we already did get that drinking zone down there. We did. We already got that drinking zone. So now we just need to keep it up. Keep on moving up toward the west. Get max of 2 males, but I mostly get 1 animal per herd because I'm slow. Well, I guess I guess what I'm kind of having a hard time with is the one lake method I thought was supposed to be so that way they did not spawn at other lakes, right? Like if you kill them here, they should just spawn here. Right. So then do you not have to do that on the one lake specifically, or, you know, because I thought the one lake method, and the thing is I'm new to grind. This is my first grind ever that I'm getting set up for right now. Right. I have no idea how it works. Roe deer, or really any animal really. But I don't know how you would on a different map do a Great One grind without having to, if it's roe deer, forget anything I say. Okay. Well, what about other animals though? Let's say you're doing a whitetail deer grind on Layton Lake. You're telling me every time you shoot a whitetail deer, you got to immediately stop and then go scout the whole map again? Or do you shoot 4 or 5 of them and then wait like an hour and a half for them to respawn? No. Oops, caps. He's yelling at me. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. All right. So it looks like we're good on the river too, honestly. Honestly, I think we're doing pretty good. Oops, caps. Oops, cats. Oops, cats. Oops, cats. Oops, cats. Boots, cats. Boots, cats. Boots, cats. Boots and cats. All right. All right. All right. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. There will be a roe deer right here. Nope, there's not. There's not. Guys, this is weird. There's a roe deer spot right up this way. Is that too far out? That's too far out for us to see. Okay. It looks like what I do is shoot 1 or 2 males from the herd and go pick them up. Then I go to the next spot when I did all my spots and just change time and go back to the last lake. And then those 2 mules spawn in the exact same herd. Really? Is that okay? It's a warn. Okay, it's a mating call. So you shoot 1 or 2 males from the herd. You go and pick them up. Then you go to your next spot. And so you go through every single spot and you just shoot the males you want to without wiping out the herd. And then you change the time and go back to the last lake. Huh. So that's a totally different method altogether than roe deer. It's like a totally different method than roe deer. Is what I'm hearing. It's like completely different than the roe deer grind, which is good. Well, so I know of at least 2 different grinds. I know roe deer at least, but I know there's at least 2 different grinds where people use like an isolated location. Basically a lake kind of off by itself. From what I've seen on YouTube videos, I forget what the second one is, but there's at least 1 or 2 maps where you can use the one lake method where you can just sit there and basically, because they cannot spawn at any of these other places because they're too far away. Like if you shoot one here, right, it can spawn over at this lake because that's like close enough. But this one's like a greater distance from these 3. So there's a slimmer chance that if you shoot one at this lake that it's going to respawn at another one. I have no idea. I have no idea. They might be. They might be. But I've been watching Lady Legend's video on how to do the grind, but I haven't really heard a lot about the animals and their behaviors other than they're in pairs, you know. Yeah, it's supposed to be, well, it's supposed to be like the hardest one is what I've heard. So, you know, that's why we're doing it. We're trying to start with, you see that water depression through the ground right in front of us? There's a water depression through the ground, like 10 feet under the ground. But yeah, it's supposed to be the hardest grind alongside the fox grind, the red fox grind. And I would picture the red fox grind being harder because there's not a one lake method for it. You use Salzweisen, right? There's not an isolated lake for red fox on Salzweisen, as far as I'm aware. You know, it's all marshy areas with a lot of different spots for them to drink and whatnot. All right, guys, it is 17:30. We are going to grab a vehicle real quick and drive down the river. And the south side of the river will be done. The south side of the river will be completely, finally done. Actually, we need to go to a different one, to a different spot to do that. So I'm going to pop up to right about here. And I'm going to drive down Yeah, I just fast traveled to the wrong place a second time in a row. Good gosh. All right. I'm going to fast travel one more time if it's not too late by then and get me an ATV and drive down the river and double triple check to make sure there's no roe deer we haven't spotted. But I think it's about time for us to start shooting them. You like wasting money. It does not actually cost money to fast travel. But if you're referring to me wasting time is money. Yes, I'm great at wasting that. I'm fantastic at wasting that by accidentally doing something the wrong way 15 frickin' times. All right, I tell you what, we're just going to do exactly what I said. We're going to fast travel one more time and go check this out. When did they stop? I've never been charged money to fast travel, only to change the time. That's weird. I didn't know that they used to charge you to fast travel. Huh. Yeah, it's never. I've been playing at least like a couple years. It's never charged me for that, but it charged me a heck of a lot for time changing if you do it consecutively. Yeah, I've gotten it up to like $5,000-$10,000 just to change the time. All right, guys, let's go down here and see if we can't find ourselves some more roe deer spots. That's the only thing we're trying to do is just find. Shut the front door. I just learned something new. What's up? What's up? What's up? The front door's shut. Okay. My daughter would be like, Dad, stop. That's not funny enough. That's too much of a dad joke. All right. You think we're going to accidentally ramp this all the way into the water? Okay. So far, we're looking bad. I'm not seeing any zones at all. Oh, never mind. There wasn't any here in the first place. See, I'm learning how to curse without explicit. I'm practicing when I'm in your presence. Oh my gosh. Gee whiz. Good golly gosh. Gall darn it. You know? Dag nabbit. Golly darn. Hey, we got a roe deer. Look, guys, there was a zone that we missed. There was, in fact, a roe deer zone that we missed. We had a solo roe deer here. We had no idea his zone was here. Did that more times, I'm willing to admit. You guys are awesome. We got a roe deer zone right there, guys. I'm so happy about it. I'm so freaking happy about it. These things have been trolling me as far as trying to get them to drink. Like I said, they'll be walking up to their drinking zone up until the drinking zone ends. I can set it to 16:30. They will still be walking to their drinking zone. It doesn't matter how late I set it. So it's been a real process. There's another roe deer zone right there. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. We are getting some zones, guys. We've gotten at least 3 or 4 zones today total. I'm so happy. I hate roe deer with a burning passion. I cannot wait to be set up and just shooting them off of that lake. I really can't. It has been such a grueling process just setting everything up because, as you guys know, I'm a big variety person. I play Call of the Wild on Wednesdays, which means I only get like a maximum of like 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours if I stretch both streams to 3 apiece, right? And so that's been just absolutely horrendous for trying to do a grind. Because if you can only play like 6 hours a week, good luck. Good luck on your grind, right? Well, that's exactly where we're at. We get like so many hours a week to do it. So hopefully, this doesn't take too much longer. But we just found like our 4th or 5th roe deer drinking zone right there. So I'm thinking there's a lot of zones we've missed. I'm thinking there is a ton. There's another roe deer zone, for crying out loud. What a great freaking turnout. This is our 4th or 5th zone on the river alone. What do I usually play? I play a lot of things. Call of the Wild is our staple. Call of the Wild is, or has been our staple. But things have been fluctuating so much lately. But we play Marvel Rivals with a couple other streamers on Tuesdays. We play Call of the Wild for 2 streams on Wednesdays. And then Thumbstick Thursday, we play whatever we want. And that could be Hunt Showdown, Call of Duty, Battlefield 6, Fortnite, Brotato, which is a really cool game. What else? A lot of them. Yeah, no, we play a ton. We play a ton, you know. And my thing is, I'm trying to do this long term and trying to really turn it into a career and trying to treat it like a career, which is why sometimes I get so anxious about if things are going slow on the grind, because I'm thinking of it as like my job to be entertaining. That's kind of hard to do sometimes. And so when things slow down, I start to really get in my head a lot about it. But boy, howdy, when they start speeding up for that roe deer grind, when we start shooting roe deer, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. We found at least like 3 or 4 zones here on the lake alone. We found one earlier somewhere else, so sorry, the river. So I think we're doing pretty good. It does end right about here, guys. They will stop showing up right about there. There's a Besit Ibex zone up that way. So we'll just keep going, because up this way, all the way up here, we'll fast travel right there. All the way up there is another like both-sided area, a 2-sided area of the river where they might spawn. So let's go ahead and get ourselves. Oh, well, hold on. There we go. This right here is about the end. Up, maybe up a little bit further this way, is about the end of where they drink here on this little stretch of water. But it's also really hard to tell because it's getting to be so late now that their zones might not show up, if there are any even here. But those are definitely looking like bigger than roe deer tracks. So I'm thinking we missed them. But we'll probably start doing the method for scouting anyway. We'll probably start doing the method where you set the time to 17:15 or 17:20, and then you go and drive down their drinking zones and just scout them on the ground instead of trying to catch them in the act of drinking. I know that people can kill like a few thousand animals with Great One, but at 500, I'm already thinking what to hunt next. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. Some people kill like 3,000. Can we get out of the water? Can we get out of the water? All right. Yeah, I've heard some people have to kill like a few thousand. We are probably going to have to do that ourselves, because the plan is for us to get 3 roe deer Great Ones so we can do the multi-mount of the 3 brothers. That'd be a really good first one trophy. Yeah, I think it's a little bit late. I think we kind of missed their drinking zones. I think it's a little bit too late. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Please be a roe deer zone. It is, but we've already got it. What about this one, though? Yep. We got a couple solos right there. Oh, man, that exists. Yeah. So they have Mat Deluxe multi-mounts, obviously, in the Trophy Lodge. And the one that I'm really looking forward to would be the 3 brothers, which is all 3 male roe deer. The other ones are just kind of whatever. Like, I have a Bengal tiger eating a barashinga or something, right? And then, like, there's I know that pheasant, ring-necked pheasants, those you can have a mat multi-mount of like 2 of them. On a pretty small area too. Like I have mine on like a counter, like a kitchen counter in the Saseka Lodge or whatever it is. Saseka. The Sayaska Lodge. I'll tell you what, I got a good couple of pheasants right there on the counter of my kitchen right there in my Sayaska Lodge. All right, I should have just gotten another ATV. Summoned from Grumpy Grizzlers Den. How are you doing, Torn Future? Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday. You caught us in the middle of setting up our roe deer grind, so it's kind of just social hour. You know, it's kind of a pretty slow hunt, scouting some stuff out. How are you doing, man? How you doing? Hopefully we run into a wolf or something here soon, guys, and we can just shoot one of them to keep things entertaining. How is Torn Future 2001 today? I got to get some heat on my neck, guys. I might need ice. The heat might make it worse. We're just going to play it by ear. That's kind of what we always have to do with it. It's going to mess up my camo, though. It's going to mess up my camo. The deer are going to see me coming. Doing all right. I played this game a bit. I shot my first deer, but it took me like 4 hours to find. Bro, it is... Tell me, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. When I first started playing this game, guys, I just like everybody else, you play it like it's real hunting, right? And that's kind of what you get into it for. That's why I got into it, is because I just got my license to really hunt. You know, I started actually hunting on public land and shot a deer or two, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. So then I got into this. That way I could kind of fill in the void of wanting to hunt whenever it's, you know, not the right time to, or not the season or whatever. And then I found out that you can definitely play this game realistically, or you can definitely not. That's for sure. That is for sure. Now, why in the world is it putting up my binos where I can't see them? There we go. Yeah, dude, I remember back when I thought that I literally wrote a message. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. I literally wrote a message to my online hunting buddy, like, man, I got up to $20,000. He was like, how? You know, like it was so much money, right? You know, 2 years later, come to find out it's $516,000 just to get the equipment you need for one grind. It's ridiculous. It's fun though. It's a fun game. All right, guys, we're going to switch to the next zone, the next area, change the time, and try again. Till 2 days ago, I didn't know how to put binos back up, so I had to restart the game. Yep, it's a bug that they've always had. Let me see here. Yeah, all you have to do, for anybody else who hadn't figured that one out, I had to Google it. You hold the camera button, X or square, you know, whichever system you're on. Square if you're on PlayStation. And you hold it down until you get your camera out, and then you do it again until you put the camera away. And then if you have to, you press L1 or left bumper if you're on Xbox, you know, and you'll whip that sucker right back out. All right, let's go right here. I'm going to set it for, I'm really am going to set it for like 1630, because at this point, they're quite literally, they're not showing up at all. Like they're not showing up until it's 1700 at least. On this lake, guys, they spawn from the north end down to the south end, all on the left side, on the west side. On PC, for me, it's just H. Good to know. Good to know. It'll help me to help others if they run into the same glitches. The one thing I wish they would fix would simply just be... Here we go. We got some roe deer right there. Well, looks like we already got that zone. Yep, we sure do. Hey, we got a zone down here that I'm pretty sure we've already found before too, but I'll double check. Nope, that's a new zone. That's a new Iberian Mouflon zone. Yeah, they got some. The glitch I hate the most is they did have one where you could not put equipment on your gun. And so then you'd have to restart the whole game. And that one persisted for me quite a bit for a while, where I couldn't even use my range master. Just wouldn't work. But I have friends that want me to stream, but I haven't thought much into it. I mean, it's a fun thing to do. Hey, we did get a zone out of that, guys. We did get a zone out of that. Let's go. Let's go. You know, it just depends. For each their own. To each their own. You know, if it's a fun hobby. If you're, you know, needing a hobby, I will say it's definitely the levels to it are really nice. So you can take it as, you can do it as casually or as seriously as you want. You know, I mean, I know some people that just kind of, they just plug a webcam into their console and they'll sit there and talk through the headset to them. No webcam, just use their phone to look at the chat. And they'll do that for years. And they hit affiliate after doing that for years. All right, guys, let's travel to the next spot. I think we got this one scouted out pretty good. Kind of same or more I wanted to try, but it's really not something I would be good at. It's kind of hard to tell. You never know what you're good at till you give it a shot, right? Right? I think so. I think so. All right, let's see here. This small little lake to the left of that tent that I just fast traveled to is going to be next. See, that is where I have no struggle. I can't shut the crap up. I cannot do that. I promise you that much. She's swimming! She's so happy. Look at her. She's jumping with joy. Weird and can't pet it. I tell you what, I wish there was a button, you know, I wish they gave you full anatomic, is that the word for it? I don't know. Full control of your character's arms. Make you real articulate. Kill it with fire. If they ever offer weapons in this game, my friends, that have to do with fire, killing animals with fire, you will never see me play another game. I'm kidding. You still will, but that would be hilarious. Just a straight up classic old torch. Like you can pick up a stick off the ground and make it into a torch. I would lose it. I would lose it. All right, guys. This lake right here has them all around it. So let's go right here. How far is that? That's 400 meters. All right, we're going to run up there real quick and try to catch them before they're gone. We got a half hour of game time till they leave max. So divide that by 4, and we got about like 7 minutes. Like 7 real minutes until they're not there anymore. And it would take us about, if we walked, 11 minutes to get there. So it's going to take much, much less time. We're going to get there with plenty of time left. If they do that, then I'll hunt the row. Yeah. I wouldn't blame you. I don't think anybody could, you know, resist that. Cooking the animal as you hunt it at the same time. Just rip off a little piece of back strap right there, just as soon as it hits the ground. We just cooked some more deer meat from the deer I got a while back last night. And we looked up a Google, my wife looked up a Google recipe for it. And I was like, yeah, let's not do that recipe again. But it was still good. It's like, it wasn't so bad that you can't eat it. But boy, howdy, it was a little salty. Just a little ridiculously salty. But the meat, though, turned out pretty all right. You know, I mean, honestly. Yeah, no, it was a little, like the crust on the top of it. Like I was like, it looked like, you know, it looked like they actually had like dipped it in egg and then flour and then like attached a crust to it or something. Like it was just so thick and it was all, but it was just the recipe. There's nothing she did wrong about it. It was just the recipe itself. Like I said, it wasn't so bad that you can't eat it, but it was a little bit salty. Yeah, a little bit too much sodium. Google is not always your friend when it comes to how to cook some deer meat. Ads, yep. do have a roe deer getting upset with us. A little small, little level 2. That is why I eyeball most of my recipes. I try. I always, also why I mess stuff up most of the time, but that's beside the point. I mean, you got to, though. You got to learn, you know, more than just what someone else tells you to do, right? There we go. We did get some more roe deer out of this, and we got some more up here as well. There we go. That's, guys, we're working on, that's at least 7 or 8. I forget which one it is. That's like 8 or 9 different zones that we've found in the last like 45 minutes. We're doing pretty good. God, the whole freaking place was nothing but just brand new zones we have never discovered before. Beautimous, absolutely beautimous. We got literally how many zones did we get out of that? 4 or 5? Yep, 4 zones at least. Sometimes it groups them together. The symbol does, but yeah, that's a huge dub. That's a huge dub. All right, guys, we're gonna pop over here now, and we're gonna go south to that skinny little lake in that valley. Hey, Spider-Man, that's a better ad than some others. I got a Red Bull ad a while back. I swear Twitch listens to me, you know. And I'm not complaining too much. There's no way we are close enough to spook those animals if they're drinking. So that has to be a Mouflon that was not drinking. We very purposely put the tent at least 300 meters away from the first zone right there. It's 275 still from where we're at now. And that's 40, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good there. We're cooking with Crisco there. Yeah, don't start. You'll get addicted. It is so good. I think it's the best energy drink I've ever tasted in my life. It's not very healthy for you, though. That's for sure. I'm trying to make sure I control how much I drink them. Tastes weird. So I will say they are the absolute least consistent. The absolutely least consistent company ever, because I've had some cans that tasted like absolute dookie doo, and then the very next can I got of the same flavor was rich with a sweet taste to it. It was purely like this is like heaven. Oh, it's so good. It was so good. And that is not something that is ever consistent with them. The first time I ever tried strawberry apricot, now that is still their worst flavor, I think. But the first time I ever tried it, it tasted like a club soda with a little bit of a strawberry apricot flavor. It just didn't taste that pleasant. And the next time I got one, and it was much sweeter and flavorful. I drink Monster Full Throttle and 5-hour energy. I will not take 5-hour energy. I took an extra strength one of those and then a regular one once and had like a legitimate panic attack. I just went way too hard on them. But I'm definitely trying to dial back on the caffeine for sure. Simply because with my lifestyle, I'm more sedentary than a lot of people. I certainly don't need to be hammering the caffeine too hard. But it's hard not to, though. Like, staying on a schedule and getting stuff done is just so hard to do on little sleep if you don't have some caffeine in you, you know? I mean, except for Limp. That guy has, God, I will never remember anything. He has that rare genetic ability to be, like, totally fine on 3 hours of sleep. Like, perpetually. Limp, I don't know how you do it, bro. I don't know how you do it. We did get a zone out of that, didn't we? Yeah, we did. I just drink coffee and then Monster a few times a week. That's a lot better than what I was doing. I was drinking like 2 to 3 Red Bulls a day. I'm a father of twins and a 5-year-old daughter. Twins are boys and 3 years old. And on top of that, I don't get much sleep, but I'm also a welder. That's a heck of a job. I actually thought about welding way back when, you know. Is that Okay, so it looks like we do have all the roe deer zones here already. We're gonna make sure though. Yeah, what a combo. Yeah, that is a combo. But I do, I actually did love welding. I absolutely loved welding in school. But the thing for me about it is I'm a little cautious about like long-term health side effects. And so, I worry way too much about pretty much anything that has to do with like possible health hazards. And I've just heard too many horror stories of things with welding. Mostly because of like, I've heard of some people like welding indoors with no ventilation or like poor ventilation. And I'm like, good gosh. I've heard if you're welding outside, it's not near as big a deal. Like, you know, but if you're welding inside of a building and it's not very ventilated, I find welding rather calming. It's nice. I love it. I love it. That would really, I would agree with that entirely. In school, we actually, we took some tractor plates, a pole, a little bit of that, what's it called? It's like, what's it called? It's a sheet of thick wire. It's not chicken wire. It's like thick wire. What is it? It's a common name. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, I took all these different parts and some horseshoes. We had to include horseshoes in ag class, right? And somehow incorporate horseshoes into like some kind of project. And we made a grill. I made a grill out of it, and I got first place in the welding competition on a technicality because I was the only person to enter into that category. So then our teachers celebrated by giving us all a hot dog day or whatever. And so we all got to cook bratwurst and hot dogs on it and whatnot. It was a fun time. But the process was really easy and fun, and it definitely stood the test of time for a little bit, right? I don't know how long they kept it. I heard that they were cooking on it the year after and whatnot too. And so, yeah, I just took a whole bunch of scrap from around the ag barn little shop building we were in and made a grill out of it. Probably the only thing you'd want to cook on that would be hot dogs. I don't know if I'd want to throw a steak on that thing. But when I started my journey welding, I was at Job Corps and we welded inside in the weld shop of probably 30 plus students with no ventilation. That's not safe. That's not safe at all. Honestly, there was another job that I was looking into, but you know, when I was thinking my neck was going to get fixed instead of worse from the surgery, and that was actually going to be car detailing. I actually bought stuff to detail cars and start, you know, getting paid to just clean people's cars. One thing I'm good at with my OCD type behavior is being a little too perfectionistic about how to clean something, right? So I was gonna enter into that area of work as like a side gig, right? No, didn't pan out. But I also learned with that, there's some chemicals with car detailing that you really, yeah, it would be a good job. It would be a good job. But there's some details with car cleaning that chemicals that you really have to avoid, like be super safe with. They say that like, they say car detailers are like, you know, like just super, super prone to cancer because of the chemicals. And I'm just like, everything nowadays kills you. Everything. There's nothing I can find in the store that there's not some YouTube video on about how it'll kill you. By George, we just start making stuff at home. My wife makes bread at home now. We stopped buying a lot of the stuff that's really super well known for being like a major carcinogen. You know, like deli meats. Those are like those are the same class of carcinogen as cigarettes. Which we got some wolves up ahead, guys. We got some wolves up ahead. Let's go. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to get one of these guys. But if you look stuff up on the internet, it's like everything in the store is just like chemicals nowadays. And there's a point where you can't avoid it. You got to eat something. You know, nowadays you can't drink water or breathe air without a health expert telling you how, you know, you got to stop doing that. But to be balanced about it, they're spot on about a lot of the chemicals being bad for you too. Somehow landed the most relaxing job ever. What did you say your job was? It was Torn is the welder. Torn is the welder. But Dubstep did. I don't know if you told me what your job is. You don't have to if you don't want to either. But now I'm curious. Let's see if we can get one of these wolves, guys. With my asthma, I wasn't able to learn how to use a respirator, so all the chemicals I accumulated, my health has greatly declined. Look at that. Yeah, dude, I feel you, man. It's I don't know what you're going through with your health. I don't mean to say that either. I hate when everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I know, I've been through that." I'm like, no, shut up. No, you don't. But we can relate to each other to an extent too, right? And so, it's good to be able to be a certain amount of empathetic, but it's also good to be sympathetic sometimes. Like, hey, I care about what you're going through, even if I don't really know what you're going through. Right. So I hope that with both of our health that we can see some improvement. If you keep fighting for it, I think it can happen. I say you, I mean like you as in me, like third person you. I am not giving up on, I'm trying not to give up on my health issues getting better. That's for sure. All right. Looks to me, guys, like that's going to be it for that lake. So again, right here, and we spotted all this, but from here all the way up to here. So this little loop right here still needs spotted, and they're gone now. So I'm a fast travel. What we did was we took that outpost that we were just at, that I'm fast traveling to. We went south a little bit, and then we went west. We went over to the left. That little thing to the right, we haven't scouted that at all. So we're going to go drive past that real quick. I'm looking into other respirators I could potentially use. Heck yeah, dude. Do it. Do it. Don't give up. Don't give up. I tell you what. Don't give up on your health. It's important. Not that you ever would. I know you wouldn't. The fact that you're even looking into that stuff shows, a good proper level of, I don't want to say concern, like you're like worried or something like that, but you get what I'm saying, guys. Like, it's so easy to be like, whatever, and not care about taking care of your health. And it's super easy to go the other way with it and constantly freak out about your health. Become a hypochondriac. I can relate to those people now too, after freaking however many doctors screwed me up. I will say, guys, they did find, or at least confirm, that the pressure in my head is from the infection getting up into my tear ducts that I got a while back. This is the wrong direction again. But then the problem is, like I've mentioned, I think last week, probably hear me say it too many times, they're wanting to drill a fresh new hole through my freaking nasal bone into my sinus cavity instead of clearing out the one that's there, And I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather you not do that. The whole purpose of drilling that new pathway is so the tears can drain. I'm not unable to deal with the watery eyes, or I'm not having too much backflow out of my eyes from tears not draining, but we've still confirmed that there is a blockage in there, that it is kind of blocked. So some days I have to go to the hospital to get a IUD. I think it's called, because I lack hydration. God dang, dude. That sounds sketchy. Yeah, it's doctors, I swear, like, they're so smart they're dumb. They are the epitome of I'm so smart I'm dumb. It's like they're educated beyond all belief. Like, they're like experts in freaking medical molecular biology and anatomy and everything. And yet they can't fix a simple problem because they'll look past the fundamental. That's my thing with a lot of things nowadays, guys, is whether it's, medical stuff or, ethics or freaking politics, which we're not going to get into. We're not ever going to get into that. But a lot of people in all of those areas where you have a lot of super smart people trying to lead the way, I find that they're all so smart they're dumb. Like 90% of them. It's kind of like how science catches up to things that people have known without having to prove it with the scientific method, right? It's Like one example I always think of is, you know, a lot of like natives and like the practices they had with like grounding and whatnot. Like that was clearly a healthy practice, you know, and it takes some, you know, 150 years of people denying it, at least 150 years more, I don't know, of scientists acting like there's no science behind it until some dude actually proves it by getting like conducting wire and needles and all that stuff and wiring it to his bed and all sorts of weird stuff, and then discovering that it actually has like a bunch of huge health benefits. Like, yeah, you would think touching some grass and dirt would be healthy for you. We don't need to prove that, you know, to know that it's true. But yeah, that's the doctors that I've dealt with, man. I tell you what, the doctors I've dealt with, they are so smart that they can't answer my questions. Somebody who has no medical experience at all, you know, they can't even answer my questions as to why I'm symptomatically this or that. And they're like, nope, sorry, I have no idea. All right, guys, let's see. That's it, guys. We have gone over the loop. Look at this. Bing, bing, bong, boom, bing, bing, bong, pow, pow, boom, 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 boom. That's a lot of roe deer zones, guys. That's a lot of roe deer zones right there. I tell you what. I tell you what. So, we're cooking with Crisco, guys. We're freaking doing it. We're doing good. We're doing super good. Be back in a sec. Gotcha. Thank you for the heads up. All right, so we did just get this little lake right here. We've drove past all this, and now this one doesn't have any roe deer that spawn on it, and this one, like I said, is all this side. We've checked all that pretty thoroughly, so we're good. We're totally good there. We're good on the one lake, clearly. So I think we're really pretty close to being just flat out done, you know, and I'm super excited about that. All right, a little bit more, guys, and then we're going to be done scouting. We're going to actually start the process of killing some freaking roe deer. I'm so excited about it. I am going to use at least one more vehicle to quickly check here before I change the time and check with my eyes. But this lake right here, guys, they have it on the east side. That's why I put the tent on the total opposite end. All right, we got some kind of drink zone. It's not the kind we're looking for, more than likely. I hope it's not. Okay. The sea ibex. We're looking for roe deer drink zones on the east side of this map. I'm going to double check and make sure that these are all the sea ibex. Looks like it. Let's see what we got. Roe deer. Is it roe deer? It is, but we already have it. Yeah, we already got it. Guys, we're doing super good. Oh my gosh, we're doing super good. We are nearing the end of having to actually set up for this grind. We are very near the end of the setup, which is the hardest part of the grind, from what I've heard. We are very close to being done with this. Okay, yeah, we have that one too. This is good. This is really good. We found a lot of zones back. Welcome back, Dubstep. We found a ton of zones, though, guys, that we didn't have. And it's very, very good that we did, because, like I said, I've heard that if you don't have them all and then you shoot one, that they'll respawn wherever the heck they want. clearly have this one, but just double checking. Sometimes once in a while it'll look like that's the zone and then it's not. Yeah, then respawns kind of suck. Yeah, I'm really still wondering how to handle all that, honestly. You know, I really do. Like, if I just keep them all in the same spot and just hope that, you know, or shoot them in pairs and hope that they are going to respawn with that missing pair. You know, I mean, I'm really not sure how I want to go about it, but we're about to find out, by George. We're about to find out, because here in, like, the next, like, probably 15 or so minutes, we're going to be at the lake shooting stuff on our first grind ever. Just got to make sure we get where we need to get it all figured. This might be a zone that we haven't discovered yet. This might be. It's not guaranteed to be, but okay, no, we already discovered it. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? I really don't know enough to give you advice. Yeah, that's the weird part for me, is gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. Because the videos, guys, they'll tell you like where to put stuff and what gun to use. I haven't seen a lot of videos, just, you know, describing the respawn process, you know, the respawn process for certain things. Let's go here. Hopefully we still have a good win. Yeah, we got like 2 or 3 more spots to check, and then we're actually starting the official, you know, shooting process. Boy, howdy, is it going to be fun. All right, so we do have a god-awful wind for it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive down there and get the drink zones first. There's some dude I watch. It's basically super simplistic guides. Yep. Yeah, sometimes I feel like the simple stuff gets skipped, you know. Sometimes I feel like... So, there's one guy I saw on his video. He did the laziest video I've ever seen on it. His map was quite literally, everything on it was dark except for just the spot where he basically walked over to the lake, and he got like one lookout post, right? Lookout point. And he was like, yeah, I know a lot of people are going to think that I'm just copying other people by doing this, but I just wanted to make a video on it. He didn't even sit there and say like, yeah, this is not going to be copying, or it is going to be copying. He was like, I just wanted to make a video on it. And then so he basically said, you don't have to go do all the other stuff people do. You just basically, all you do is go over here and set up tents and tripods and start shooting stuff. That's it. I'm like, that is not it, sir. That is, at least not according to every other person that I've ever seen make a video on this, you know, or talk to about it. And then, which wasn't that big a deal. It didn't bother me. His method, he's like, basically he was like, it might take longer, but you'll still get a great one. I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine. That's fair. If you're saying like, hey, you can skip the setup and just start blasting away, then great, you know. But then somebody in his comments asked him a question about something he didn't answer in the video. And then he was like, I said this in the video. And then he got like a real toot with him about it. You know, to me, it seemed like that. And I was like, actually, you didn't. You didn't explain this in the video. He was like, I saw myself in his response, that like, that unnecessary irritability, right? Which I will admit I struggle with. Yeah, well, it's his own follower. It was his own follower asking him in his video, because basically what he said is like, if you want, he's like, he hopped on, he's like, I know other people have already made videos about it, so it's going to look like I'm copying them, but I'm not. And then he hopped on here and he opened up his map, and it was all dark except for like the area where he walked over to the lake pretty much. And then he was like, basically what you do is just go to this lake and start shooting them, and you keep going. I was like, okay. And he's like, basically what he says is like, you don't have to do all the other setup stuff, not for this one. And I'm like, okay, all right. I hope that's true. I hope that's true. That's a hot take to most people, I think. And then he said, the part that he got sassy about was at some point in the video for roe deer. And so the part that he got a little sassy about was he was saying, if you have a male here that you want to switch with a male on the river, you know, you need to, or if you have like a solo female here and a solo male here and you want them to both spawn over here on the lake, you need to shoot the female, leave her lying there, go to the river, shoot the male, and then come back and pick up the female body. But he never said what to do with the male body on the river. He never said what to do with it, right? And so I was like, what do you do with the male body? Do you pick it up as soon as you shoot it? Do you pick it up after you went and got the lady off of the Southwest Lake first? You know, do you not pick it up at all? You know, and so, because those are your three options. You know, when you go up here to shoot the solo male, you either pick him up then, or you go here first, pick her up, and then pick him up after, or you just don't pick him up. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what he said. He said you have a 50-50 chance of switching if you do. And so, but anyway, so then somebody asked in the comments, and I was reading them because I was curious myself. I've never done grind. And then one of them was like, okay, but what do you do with the male body at the river? And the guy responded, I said this in the video, you know. And I was like, and then he just repeated that you shoot the female, leave her lying there. Then you go shoot the male and you come back and pick up the female. That's what he said for the second time. And I'm like, broski, you're missing the part where you say what to do with the male body. Do you leave it there permanently and restart the game? Do you pick it up as soon as you shoot it? Do you pick it up after you go back for the female body? You know? And so I started typing up something, you know, just, and I untyped it and deleted it. And I was like, I gotta stop. I'm doing the same thing he's doing. I'm getting bitter for no reason. All right, let's see here. Guys, that's about all she wrote. I think we got all the zones here. That lake, there is a possibility of having more deer a little bit further southwest, like towards this end of it. And the only other spots that I think we might need to check could be this area, but I really don't think so. I think we're just about ready. I'm gonna go here, reset the time one more time, and check like the one or two spots that I haven't checked on this very stream. And then after that, we're starting the process. We're starting to shoot some roe deer. Yeah, but you don't pick anything. You don't pick up anything though. You kill them and exit the game. That's what one lady said. That's what Lady Legend said. I thought I could be wrong because I could be remembering the video wrong. But now he was saying that you go back and pick up the female body after you shoot the male. And I think I've heard other people say to do it that way too. I think there's multiple ways you can. And he said if you do that, you get like a 50-50 chance that they'll spawn together at the lake that the female was at. But anyway, let's see here, guys. We're gonna change the time, scout one more time, and then we're finally starting the shooting process. The shooting and killing process of the roe deer grind. Super, super, super excited. All right, 6:43. You better believe I'm actually going to set it for 16:30 because I'm telling you guys, I see them walking up to their zones still at like 16:30 something, 16:40 something. I swear, sometimes they never even get there. All right, we got a perfect wind for it though. So this lake, guys, this lake up here has them on just the whole bottom half. Obviously, it's not going to go out of bounds, but the whole bottom half of the lake has it. So we're going to cautiously approach and then check one or two other spots. I'm so ready to be done with the scouting part. So ready to be done with the scouting part. But hey, we've gotten like over 10 zones today, I think, in less than 2 hours. So that might not be great time for other people, but for my first grind ever, I feel like I've gotten a lot done so far. Gonna have to get some ice for my neck soon, though, that's for sure. But yeah, I've heard people say different things about how to switch them, you know, and I think I did first hear them say that you don't pick anything up, you just exit the game. I think both would work because whether you exit the game or not, the animal has to respawn at some point, right? So if you stay in the game, then it might take, I think they said like an hour and a half of real time being in the game for it to happen. I'm not sure though, if you just keep playing endlessly. That's a wild guess, guys. Don't bet on that. But a certain amount of time will pass and it will eventually respawn. I don't think it can only be respawned. But then again, all the animals in this game do spawn when you start the game. So that very well might actually be the case as well. We got some roe deer down there to our right that we've already spotted. I think this lake is going to have nothing but roe deer that we've already seen. That little dude's right there in front of us somewhere. He's just hiding on the other side of that tree is where he's at. He's a small level 2. He's like a mid-tier gold, I think, right? Maybe like low gold. Looks good, guys. Looks like we've actually spotted all of them here at this lake as well, because all the ones I'm seeing they're already there. And none of them are giving me new zones. So I think we've done it for this lake and just about every other body of water in the freaking game. Oh, never mind. Another zone. Guys, how many times do you have to go over the same map to get all the deer that are on that map? That's wild. We have scouted every one of these zones 2 or 3 times, and we're still discovering new drink zones. But yeah, I tell you what, we're going to be learning. This guy's clueless. This guy's super clueless. Let's just get a good look. Let's just get a good look at him. Isn't he just such a beaut? Isn't he just such an absolute unit at 24 to 29 kilograms? Up to a mid-level gold. All right, Dubset. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, bro. I hope you get some good rest. And I'll catch you when I catch you, my friend. He's about to bust. We're about to get busted. He's about to take off. You never get this good a look at him, though. You never get this good a look. Look how good the movement is on him. Look at how good the movement is, other than the mouth not opening, right? It's a pretty realistic looking game, guys. I love it. All right. Let's see here. Start running. By the way, clip if you get a great one super early. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you better believe we're going to make a whole post about it. Absolutely will do. Thank you, Bro Chacho. Later on today, guys, we have our 3rd monthly hunt raffle giveaway, y'all. Don't forget it. We got our 3rd monthly giveaway. It's going to be on our evening stream. Our evening stream for the giveaway starts at, well, the stream itself lasts 2 hours, and then at the end of the 2 hours, yeah, we do this every month on the middle Wednesday of the month. So we release the date and stuff as soon as we get done with the last one for the next one, usually. But it's always on the 15th or the Wednesday after the 15th, or like right smack dab in the middle of the month. You guys can win a gift card of your choice. Mechanic shows you right here which ones you can actually choose from. If you participate, all you have to do is get female kills, no harvest check required on Leighton Lake. So you don't have to sacrifice any trophies because they're all chicks. And you don't have to worry about passing the harvest check because we can't confirm if people did or not. So, yeah, you just save them, and we have a screenshot channel set up and ready to go on our Discord, where we verify kills using the trophy manager at your outposts. So basically, you get 1 ticket. Let me get Mechanic off the screen. You get 1 ticket for small game, 2 tickets for deer, and 3 tickets for moose, coyote, bear, and elk. So that's going on. That's going on later today. It's our 3rd monthly raffle hunt. We do it every month, and I'm super stoked about it. Well, there's a bigger poster. There's a bigger poster for you guys. That might be a little bit easier to read. The turkey looks a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. The turkey looks a little strange, but you know, is what it is. Is what it is. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. All right, man. Yep, absolutely. I hope so too. All right, Bro Chacho, get yourself some rest, man. Get yourself some rest. We will catch you when we catch you. All right, let's see here. What else do we need? Yeah, guys, that's fun. We're trying to build it up. The last 2 months, we've only had 1 person each month do it. We had 2 people try. One person couldn't manage to get anything uploaded. They couldn't get any kills, unfortunately. But we've had we've had 2 months in a row where basically the only person competing won a $25 gift card of their choice. A quick disclaimer, y'all, if nobody shows up for it, or if only one person shows up for it, we will be having to adjust the payout because we can't afford to just give out 25, 50, 100 bucks at a time, you know, to like one individual. That just gets to be pricey. That just gets to be pricey. But hopefully today we have a turnout of at least 2 people actually competing in it. That'd be nice. $1,700. I'm not seeing any roe deer drink zones. Here's a roe deer drink zone right here. But I think we spooked those. Nope, we just couldn't see him yet. We just couldn't see him. Where are some more of them roe deer? I already got your zone. You can just head on out, lady. Guys, I think we did it. I think we've spotted them all. I say that every time I say that, I find like 4 more roe deer drink zones, and it just starts the whole process over. But well, it doesn't start the whole process over, but it feels like it does. It sure feels like it does. Feels like I've not been as thorough as I thought I was. All right, guys, we are gonna go place a here pretty quick. We're gonna go place a one last tripod down at the bottom of the one lake, and then we're just gonna start shooting. We don't have any more tents, so I don't know. I couldn't quite see if most people put one down at the very bottom like that because it cut off right at the very bottom in the video I was watching. But I'm thinking they probably put a tent down there. However, I don't have any more at this exact moment, so we're just gonna work with what we got. Got that couple right there. Is there a solo? Is this a solo's drinking zone right here? Nope, it's the same couple. Guys, I think we're cooking with Crisco. We've been very thorough about this. We've been very, very thorough about this. I apologize, y'all, for how slow things have been on the stream recently, but getting a grind set up is it's a process, and we're having to do it. You know, we can't put it off. That's for sure. And I don't want to put it off either, but I don't want to make things too boring for too long. Okay, there's a warning. Okay, there she is. She must have been in the water a second ago or something because I didn't see her at all. We did get her zone. Look at that. There are more zones here that we hadn't had. All right. All right, let's see here. God dang, y'all. How are you supposed to ever know that you got all the zones discovered? How are you supposed to ever know that? I swear, I could sit here and scout till the end of time and I wouldn't freaking... somehow I wouldn't have enough. We're going to get an ATV, drive the river real quick. Also, guys, Family Thrinkler says that we have a keyword giveaway. A keyword giveaway at the end of the raffle hunt this evening too for our paid subs. So if you guys are subscribed, you don't have to even take part and anything, you can pop in just during the giveaway part and type in a keyword to also be drawn for a giveaway. If anyone here is already subbed or looking to sub, we do those giveaways as regular as we can. As regularly as possible. I used to say we're trying to give back. We're not trying. We are freaking giving back. I'm going to tell you this much right now. We will be consistent with it. That's for sure. I'm going to check my hotspot map real quick. Ooh, yeah, I probably need to go the other direction. Probably need to go the other direction for sure. But we have a zone right in front of us. Is it a new zone? Is it a new zone? It's Grados Ibex. It's all right. It's all right. That's A-okay. Let me go check. Just make, this is the farthest west part of this section of the river where it might be roe deer. So I want to double check. And now we're going to drive east. See what we can get. But yeah, guys, the stream for this evening is going to be starting 1 hour earlier than it usually does at this point. So if you look on the schedule posted, you'll see that it's a 3-hour stream instead of a 2-hour stream. And we're starting at 4 Pacific, 5 if you're in Mountain Time, 6 if you're in Central Time, and 7 if you're in Eastern Time. We'll be doing our regular 2-hour stream, and then, well, about an hour and a half of it. And then about 30, maybe 15 minutes before the raffle hunt starts, that's when we'll switch and get ready to host the hunt. I just recently finished finding my zones for roe, but now that I got that done, I look at my map and have no clue where to start. Right? Oh man, you and me are in the exact same portion. You and me are like, we might be in the exact same boat as far as where we're at and setting up this grind. I tell you what. What's up, Only a Cowboy? How you doing today, bro, Chacho? Yeah, I don't exactly know where to start either. I'm just now getting the last of my zones, and boy howdy, it is a process getting every single drinking zone without missing one. Oof. Oof. I've missed a million of them evidently because I thought that I was done. I'm not. I am not. There's more Grados Ibex. Doing well, man. Thanks for asking. Of course, of course. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for being here. So are you on Quattro Colinas just like me? Are you on another Quattro roe deer grind? Or, god dang, we're finding everything except roe deer zones right now. We got a ways to go too. Awesome, awesome. Quattro's an interesting map, man. I feel like the drinking zones, like it doesn't matter how late I put it into the drinking zone, they're still on their way there. It doesn't matter. I could put it there right at 1400 and wait until 1600 and then go there and they'll still freaking be there. Like walking to it. Keep watching videos over and over trying to get the swapping figured out. That's what I'm trying to figure out is the swapping. I'm watching videos on it too, and there's a lot of... I was actually just ranting a little bit earlier about how some of the people didn't really explain the swapping well enough. And I read through the comments of some videos to see if people were confused like I was, and there was some people like, okay, I don't quite get the swapping, right? And then the YouTuber was just like ticked off. He's like, I said this in the video, and he didn't actually answer the question. But yeah, swapping is the part that I don't quite get. I think Lady Legend explained it, at least the way she does it, the clearest. She said that if you're looking to swap, you know, basically line... I don't really know how to explain it. I think she said you need to kill like a solo female on the one lake and then a male off of another lake and then log out and log back in, and you'll have a chance of them respawning on the one lake together as a couple. But I'm not, that might be completely wrong. That might be, I would take that with a massive grain of salt. I know you log out and log back in with the way she does it. But I will be learning that very quickly. I'll tell you that much right now, because we are nearing the end. We are very well nearing the end. Please be roe deer. Please be roe deer. It is roe deer. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Every time I think I've gotten all the roe deer drink zones for this grind discovered, there's another roe deer drink zone that I had yet to get. And I mean, we have been, for like 3 weeks now, we have been doing the first stream pretty much just scouting. One of the 2 streams we do on Wednesdays. Just scouting roe deer drink zones. It's taken forever. But that's at least like, I don't even know at this point, guys. What is that? 12, 13, 14, 15 zones today that we found already? I'm trying to catch one of them alive so I can add one of them live and ask and have them properly explain to me in case I have any more questions about it. Yep. I might actually try to do the same thing. We've had Chopper talked to us on our own channel a ways back. He actually popped in and said hi. I didn't even know who he was. And then one of my followers was like, a big YouTuber was here? And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. He's like, Chopper. And I was like, oh, that was a big YouTuber? And I looked him up. I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, he's got it going when it comes to Call of the Wild, tell you what. And then Lady Legend has raided us like multiple times. And I was just freaking losing it. Like, why would she raid my channel, right? Like, I mean, come on now. I'm a pretty fresh channel. I'm a freshie. You know? It's just they're just nice. They're just nice like that. Is tonight the community hunt? I forgot. Yes, tonight is the community hunt night. It is going to be the usual 2-hour stream will be starting at 4 Pacific, 5 if you're in Mountain Time, 6 if you're in Central Time, and 7 if you're in Eastern Time. And that'll be going on for 2 hours. And right at the 2-hour mark, like right at the turn of the hour, we're going to start the 1-hour hunt competition. And then at the end of that hour, we're going to pick our winner. We're going to spin the wheel of names for our winner for the hunt raffle. Whoever gets their name drawn for that to get a gift card. And then we're also going to do a subscriber keyword giveaway like we do every month as well for our paid subs. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice time. This is going to be another roe deer zone, isn't it? By George, it is. Guys, we're never going to be done scouting roe deer. We are never going to be done scouting roe deer, evidently. It's not going to happen. It's not possible. It's not possible. Today's stream is going to be an exceptionally slow one, y'all. I apologize. It will get better. It absolutely will get better at some point. Is this another zone? It is. God dang, guys. We have got to be somewhere between like 15 and 20 zones already discovered today. Gotcha. Central Time to get my Xbox in order because I disconnected so I could let my kids use it. There you go. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. I tell you what. And we also, I'm surprised that that Cloudbot, we need to Nightbot. It's supposed to be Nightbot, who is modded. Nightbot has not been doing its job of actually putting the timer on, putting the link into the Discord for things, into the chat for things. But we do, in the upcoming months, if we grow the giveaway to be at least like 5 people, then we'll do like a merch giveaway with it too, which will be fun. We got our merch store up and running finally, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I think we worked. It's the streamer merch, guys. It's not like, you know, it's not like the most extreme stuff, but it is nice. It is nice stuff. And in the upcoming however many months it takes us to grow the channel to that point, I'm going to be doing that as one of the prizes. My goal is to get the giveaway, the monthly raffle giveaway. I like this though, kind of learning together the roe deer grind. Mostly have the map set up and shot down with great. Yep. Yeah, honestly, it's fun for me because I'm learning it myself. I've never done any of this before. I've always just hunted as if it was like real hunting, you know, just kind of went where the, you know, set it early in the morning and then, you know, go downwind and walk into the wind a little bit and then find a spot downwind to where I'm hoping to shoot something, you know. Just try to act like it was real hunting. So it's definitely fun to learn how to get more proficient. That's for sure. Yeah, this is my first. Yep, it is my first Great One grind, and we're starting with the hardest ones first, which will be roe deer and red fox, and then we're gonna work our way backwards from hardest to easiest to make it easier on my neck and on my wrists and stuff like that. But we decided after we started doing, you know, our monthly stuff with this game that we would start doing the roe deer grind after our first successful raffle hunt. And so here we are. Yep, very well did. Well, my thing is it's I'm getting kind of worse instead of better with my chronic pain, and my spinal stuff and my wrists are just kind of not doing what I want them to do. So if things continue to go in a bad direction, I don't want to have to be grinding harder as things go. That'll make me just want to quit. But if I make it where I get the hard part done first, then I won't want to quit. I'll just be excited to move to the next grind because I will have just gotten another great one, and the next one will be that much easier to get. So that's why we're doing it backwards, for sure. Speaking of which, guys, I'm gonna have to go get some ice. Pardon me, guys. I'm gonna let Hunting Mecca, you know, pop up on the screen here for a little bit just to say hi and let y'all know that I'm gonna be right back. But it's very satisfying to spawn a great one. Oh, I bet. I freaking bet. I'm grabbing some ice for my neck, guys. I'll be right back. Bada bing, bada boom. Didn't take too long, did it? Didn't take too long at all this time. I tell you what, I am a terrible hunter in this game. I just usually hunt everything to extinction levels. Oh my gosh. That works. I mean, that's also an option. There's no wrong way to enjoy a video game, guys. Yes, there is, if you cheat. If you spawn 50 Great One turkeys, I don't like that. Other than that, you know, other than cheating, there's no wrong way to enjoy a video game. Other than explicitly, specifically, and exactly cheating. Cheaters have ruined DayZ for me. I'll tell you that much for sure. Cheaters have ruined DayZ for more than just me. Every person in that game cheats. Every person who regularly plays that game cheats in that game. Even if it's like glitching and stuff like that. Like every person in that game head glitches. Every person in that game, you know, has probably at least met a duper who duplicates the items. You know, like Mr. Plainsworth, the Great North American Bison Turkey classification fabled Great One. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was when I was typing up my overlays up there, you know, where it says fabled, right? I was at first looking for any sort of indicator that was really not too wordy, but still a good descriptor of each great one, like wild boar or whatever. And then I realized every single fabled difficulty animal is a great one. The only animals in the game that are fabled difficulty are great ones, and every great one is fabled. So pretty easy to tell. I was wondering before that, how do people know for sure? How do people know for sure that it's a great one? Because I'd never done any of it before. All right, guys, we have really thoroughly checked all this, and we're still finding new zones, for crying out loud. I don't love that. I don't love that. But we have checked extremely thoroughly. I don't really know at what point we're actually done and what point we're not. We need to put another tent somewhere over on this side of the river. That's for sure. We need to put a tent somewhere on this side of the river. Something like that. Maybe right here, maybe up here. Ooh, that might be a good spot. Right there where it's far enough away where it won't even spook them. That would be a really good spot. 2 red deer, 2 mule deer, 1 wolf, 1 fallow, 1 moose. God dang. Yep. 5 great ones already. Cannon showed us his lodge on the stream last, like, a couple weeks ago, maybe. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Heck, could be 3, I don't know. But that dude has like a million great ones. It's ridiculous. Thank you very much, Cowboy, for the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciated. It is greatly appreciated. All right, guys, let's go to Quattro Colinas. On here. All right, I'm really thinking, guys, we're going to come down here. We don't have any more tents at the moment. And I don't really know if I want to put another one here at all. So, you know, we're going to go place a tripod at least, and then it might be time to start shooting. Might be time to start shooting, but I need to double check and make sure. So let's get our tripod. If we find a new roe deer drinking zone here on the one lake, I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to think of that. I did have that little message of like, hey, a beaver just popped up and a felled tree from a beaver, you know, destroyed your tent. We put another one in your inventory or something like that. I thought that happened for no good reason. And then they explained to me it's when an animal gets stuck in your tent. Once we get down to like right about cha. Something like cha. Makes me think we do need to put another tent there, but I'm about tented out. I got 2 more tents that I can place on the tent, the map, until I can't even use anymore. So we'll place this for now. We can always move it later. Get the camera out, put the camera back up. There we go. There we go. Boom. Call that good for now. We'll call that good for now. Maybe we'll get another tent. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Who knows? What did I miss? What chat did I miss? I got 1 tent at the lakes on the left corner so far and just walk around to all 6 zones because the wind is blowing away and I don't mind walking to the next zone. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm getting at with like the whole scouting thing, like using all my tents over here. It hasn't given me a whole lot to place at a bunch of locations that I need elsewhere. So I'm thinking I'm still going to leave this right here. If I see some over here, I can walk down to this. And if I see one over here, I can walk down to this. So that's probably going to be it for that tripod. But right now, guys, I got to figure out. And if anybody knows, let me know in the chat. If anybody knows, thank you, Nightbot, for being the nightest bot. If anyone knows of anything I need to know of as far as before I start shooting these suckers, which ones do I need to shoot? Which ones do I not need to shoot? I'm completely clueless on all this. I'm assuming I'm just going to shoot at first for extreme herd management. I'm supposed to shoot the really, really crappy level 1s off of this lake right here. And I'm supposed to go shoot like good level 2s, level 3s from other places, you know, to get them to hopefully flip spawns here. But that still doesn't tell me how I need to set up the grind. Am I going to have to rescout the whole freaking map every time? You know, could, I guess, you know, but I'm learning. If anybody has any tips, at all. I'm about to look up her video right now as I start the process. What do we got ahead of us? What do we got ahead of us? Roe deer mating call. All right, guys. For now, we're actually going to go right here, and we're going to start moving south and getting some kills. We're going to start hunting some stuff. I wish I could be of help at this point. Oh, dude, no worries about it, dude. No worries. No worries at all. This is taking forever. The fast traveling is. She says you need to find about 110 drink zones to get consistent respawn. So let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that lake. All right. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 right there. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 right there. Okay. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We're at 32 so far. 33. There's a solo zone right there. I don't love that too much. Don't love that too much. Gonna have to go over there and check that. Anyway, that's 33, right? 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 39. 40. 40, I'm just doing the south side. 41, oh, no, that's not it. That's it. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Nope, that's 45 still. That's still 45 because that's a great 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, oh, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, nope, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. Holy cow, guys. 89, 90, 91. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Oh no, guys. Oh no, guys. 99, 100, 101, 102. Nope, that's just 101. Oh, guys, we're not there. 102, 103, 104. Oh no, guys. We're short. We're short. Oh, we're so short. Oh my gosh. All right. God dang, y'all. We are at 104. You need to get at least 110 according to the experts, according to the legend. And I believe it. I absolutely believe it. So we got to find about 6 more zones, and then we're freaking cooking with some Crisco, finally. Oh my gosh, finally cooking with some Crisco. Okay, so this area down here on this particular lake, they spawn from about here to about down to Cha. Right, Cha. So we're going to change the time, assuming we have a good wind. We do. It could shift with the time change, but we're still going to change the time. We're going to make it about 16:30 or 16. They say to make it like 15 and a half, but like it really is just not working for me, the 15 and a half thing. It's just really not working, but I'll try it. I'll try it because they're usually still traveling there for whatever reason. I'll say 15:45 maybe. And hopefully they'll be there. We can get a few more zones and call it good. We do still have a decent enough wind. We just need to check from about this outpost to about that one. I don't know that they're going to be here though. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of them. I'm not even seeing the one. See what I said? We set it to 15:45, y'all, and they're still not even here. Oh, I'm dumb. All right, they are there. Cool, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yep. Well, I was doing 15:30, and they still would be traveling there. But for the river and certain other spots, I could set it to 16, and they still won't be there till like 16:45. Their drink zone ends at 1700. Weird, right? Super weird. But hey, doesn't matter. We got her figured. We just got to find some more zones. We got to find some more zones. Yeah, I know you're upset with us for being too loud. Get on out of here. Get on out of here. Yaw. Yaw. All right. Fleeing. There's no way they're fleeing in front of us too. No freaking way they're fleeing in front of us as well. They should already be here for sure. Grados Ibex. We do have a drink zone up here that I'm hoping was a road deer drink zone, but it doesn't look like it was. Grados Ibex it is. 6 of them. That's a pretty good group. There's 2 zones here. There's got to be 2 zones here. You're telling me all of these are from one group? Oh, man. Whoa, 2 groups. 2 groups. There's 3 groups at least. There's a group of 9, a group of 6, and a group of 4. Holy cow. We know where we need to go for some Grados Ibex. I'm going the wrong way. This is the wrong side of the lake. God dang, guys. This is a process, isn't it? Guys, let me know, what is your favorite great one, y'all? What is the roe deer worth the work you put in for it? It's definitely considered to be one of the hardest, if not the hardest, by most people that I've seen online. Is the trophy worth how hard it is? How's the jaguar as far as the difficulty goes? Ooh, there we go. She be on the way. She's on the way, even if her boyfriend's gone. Well, that means that it's not her boyfriend, though. I have learned that if they are a couple and you make one of them leave, the other one will eventually slowly turn and walk away and start leaving too. So she is evidently another solo, which is good for us. I wish she would hurry up and start drinking so we could actually spot her. She's just taking her time, I tell you what. Now, why is that roe deer overlay messed up? Oh my gosh, the whole thing was messed up. Are my other overlays also messed up? Nope, they're all fine. Lady, start drinking. Start drinking, lady. There's no way. He doesn't have 2 girlfriends, does he? My favorite grind were the mule deer and moose. Nice. This lady needs to hurry up and start drinking. I think we've already got her. Yep, looks like we got him. I don't quite understand. Let me check here, guys. This bottom right one, this bottom right lake has them all the way over to here, but we have already spotted all that. Man, this is a toughie. This is a real toughie. I'm a fast travel right here. Well, what wind do we got? We got a west wind. I want to be on the east side of wherever I go. I'll tell you what, we'll go right here and make our way down to the lakes below us. We got to find 6 more zones at least. We want to find at least 110. We're at 104. We got some wolves howling. Oh my goodness. Super excited to finally be done scouting at some point though, y'all. Looks like this Wednesday should be our last Wednesday scouting, and every Call of the Wild Wednesday moving forward will be actually getting to the fun part, which I am super pumped about. I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. No, I am gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. I'm not going to the river right now. I'm actually going somewhere else. So I'm going to drive a little ways till I get closer to where I want to be. I just don't want to spawn right there and on it and spook them. But we're trying to get to Right Cha. So I'm going to drive up till it's about 400 away, something like that. I'm going to drive up till about 400, and then beyond that, I'm going to run in and hopefully spot some more roe deer. I've heard that the moose is a really fun one. I haven't done that, but I did get New England gifted to me by one of my online friends that I've met. He joins. We play Battlefield 6 with him sometimes, and he also plays Hell Let Loose, which we just bought recently. So that might be a good chance for us to link back up with some friends. But he actually gifted us New England for the moose grind. And we've also State of Decay, Limp. He gifted us that. That's not a hunting game, but that's another thing I want to check out sometime soon. Maybe on a Thumbstick Thursday or something. If I could ever catch up on my freaking streaming goals, right? But regardless of that, I want to give it a try. I've heard that it's like, if you like this. Why did I just keep driving? Why did I just keep driving? I didn't stop driving at all. I've heard that it is one of the best survival / zombie games out there, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, we spooked him. We spooked him big time. Oh boy, howdy, we spooked him big time. We're still gonna look for them. We're gonna look for their little footprints on their zones. Oh, you're kidding me. It doesn't give you the footprints? It doesn't give you the footprints if it's during their time? They're all gone. God dang, I screwed that right up. All right, I'm going to travel here and change the time again because I'm sick and tired of waiting. All right, let's backtrack the time, or we'll just go forward. Let's go forward. We'll say 1545 again, something like that. 500 whoppers. Price is going up bit by bit. I tell you what, it's going to be $1,000 for the next time change, isn't it? Yep. All right. We still have that west wind, which means we can very easily go check out this over here for some more. Might as well give it a look. Ugh. Little ways to go, little ways to go. Give them plenty of time to get there. Hopefully we can spot them. We need at least 6 more zones. Yo, Frozen, what is up, bro? Chacha, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday, the boring part. We are scouting for drink zones, not really particularly shooting too much right now, but it'll get there. It'll get there, you know, next week or something like that. How is Frozen today? Good. Just got champion in Mortal Kombat. Is that Mortal Kombat? Goal is Elder God. I had it once before. That's crazy. I'm not good enough for that stuff. I'm not good enough for that stuff. I don't know. I used to do really good. Used to do really good. Is it worth buying the DLC? Absolutely. Absolutely it's worth it. I think this game, for the cost of it, is one of the most worth it DLCs you can buy out there. I think it's crazy that, you know, the DLCs are as good as they are for like $3 to $5, $7 maybe, $10 for like a new map. Also depends though. It depends, Asher. It depends on which DLC you're talking about though. There are some that might not fit, you know, your preferences and stuff. I found that out, you know, but I haven't really found any that I'm just totally unhappy with. I would say if you're talking about like weapons and stuff like that, the Ambusher pack paired with the high-tech pack is one of the most amazing combos of DLCs, because you can do this. God dang it. Hold on. Wrong button. Got my camera out. All right. You can do this right here where you get the 2-pound recurve bow from the Ambusher pack, which only weighs, you know, it's much lighter than a 4-pound compound bow, right? But then you can use the high-tech pack sight on it and automatically sight in. And that to me is just super worth it. That to me is just super worth it by itself. But this Maradi lever action from the Ambusher pack as well, paired with this Fox Pro 360 electronic collar, it's just entirely a broken system. The Ambusher pack has got to be the best pack in the game, especially if you pair it with the high-tech pack. You can hunt pretty much anything any way you want with those two alone. Other than Class 9 animals, there's no Class 9 weapon in the Ambusher pack, I don't think. Well, the bow is actually technically, but I miss the days when you bought a game complete with DLCs and all. I absolutely miss those days as well, before gaming was just nothing more than a money grab for the people making games. The developers care about their games a lot of the time, but the companies that, you know, pay the developers don't. That's for sure. But, you know, it's bound to happen. Bound to happen. We just gotta be vocal about it. Just got to be vocal about it to the people in charge, the powers to be for video game creation, right? And starting to realize the value of actually speaking up when you're not happy about things, right? I miss those days too, but at the same time, DLCs meant the game is progressing. Yeah, there is that. I mean, the one plus side of it is games nowadays last a lot longer, right? I mean, think about how huge Black Ops 1 was. That is a major point. Think about how huge Black Ops 1 was. And they did just re-release like the new server, like the updated servers for it for PlayStation 1 recently. But back then, though, when a game came out, like it was really dying after about like 16, 18 months. You know, about the 16 to 18 month point, it's like games would be, you know, everybody be on to the new game. That is one advantage and only one advantage to the constant DLC stuff. All right, we do have some roe deer down there. Them deer, they're them roe deer, deer. Looks like we have already spotted most of them, if not all of them. I really don't know that we're really actually going to find 6 more zones, even if we scout the entire map. And we're at 104, according to like the little water droplet signs on the actual map. We can see all the way to at least 3. Yeah, they spawned in right at about 380. They're still traveling, but you know, they very well may be a new group over there, but that's definitely our last shot at a new group on this lake, I think, is them ones over there. They're drinking. They're not a new group. They're not a new group. Hopefully this guy, when he starts drinking, nope. Looks like this lake is all scouted out. I don't think there's any here that we haven't already spotted. Those ones are all drinking. Those ones are all drinking. There's a ton of freaking roe deer here, guys. There is a massive amount of roe deer here. Like a gargantuan amount of them. Wait, hold on. According to my hotspot map, this lake can have them all the way up to about right Cha, which means there is hope for yet another group of roe deer to be here. We don't care if we spook these ones now. We know pretty well now that we have all these. It's a very small level 1. He's a gold. He's a run-of-the-mill gold. Just a normal dude. She's a big gal for being a gal over there. I tell you what. All right, that's a guy that we would keep on this lake. The other ones we would hopefully swap. right, guys, we got to check out. We got to check out where on the river have we not found the zones we're looking for. All right, so this little skinny lake up here. Let's see here. I don't know that there's going to be any more on this side, but we might want to check again. I'm trying to figure out where could it possibly be that we're missing? Where could we possibly be missing some roe deer? Because we have been extremely thorough about this. Hmm. All right, guys, I'm trying to figure out what our next move is because we're not quite at the 110 mark that we want to be at for the drinking zones. I really don't know where else we could go besides maybe this little stretch next to this outpost. That's about the only other place I can think of checking that we haven't really checked too much. Got a bunch of Iberian wolves howling at us. All right, let's see here. I'm just gonna hoof it. I'm just gonna hoof it west and try to not spook too much, honestly. It's got to be the lake. It's got to be the river. It's got to be the river that we're missing. Can what? Let's see, guys. It's got to be the river. As soon as it hits like 17, 15, we're going to check the river for more spots. I think that's going to be the key. I think that's going to be super integral to us actually getting the missing zones. We've gotten 104 at least. And that does include like the ones that are doubled up on each other, but I don't know that that's actually, the case. So I want to be extra thorough because the more thorough you are, if you watch their videos on how to do the roe deer grind, the more thorough you are, the easier the grind will be once you're done. So this part might drag out. It might be really boring, but it's super, super, super crucial. Each end of the river to the end of the map have a view zones I've found. Yes. Yep. So the hotspot map, like there'll be little portions of the river, like from about like the bridge to about this entrance point right here. There's no roe deer there. But from the bridge down to this end, there are. So there are some right there, but there's none from here to here. Then there are some from about this point on the south end of the river up to about this little spot right here, the end of these little islands, right? And then there's a small gap of no roe deer here, and then there's more roe deer basically from this outpost all the way to the end of the map. And then on the opposite side, there is, again, a ton of them from here basically down to this island. None on this little tiny part right here because it's too steep. And then starting right here, they go all the way up and around and then down through here and stop at about there. I think I just spooked some for sure. God dang it. So it's kind of it's kind of hit and miss. It's the majority of the river for sure. And the best way she's saying to do it, obviously, is just to, you know, at 17, 15, get yourself a freaking ATV. Start driving. Which we do. Which we do. What is this? What is this? BC Ibex. Man, at this rate, y'all, we're gonna miss them all. Gonna miss them all. Gonna miss them all. Roe deer grind. Decent chance that we just spooked him fast traveling here, but I got sick of how long that was taking. This game is extremely calming. This is the more boring version of the game right now, just because of the part of the process I'm in. But if you're into hunting outdoors or just, you know, feeling like you're outdoors, this game is extremely good. I haven't seen a game do a better job of it since like freaking Cabela's Great Outdoors or whatever it was. What was the name of it? Was it Cabela's Big Game Hunt, something like that? That back in the day was a really good one. I'm not sure that even that, obviously, with how limited the technology was much better. But it definitely was fun. We didn't have any memory cards whenever we bought systems. We were lucky to borrow a system or have one for Christmas. But we were broke. We were broke growing up. So if we got like something like that, it was like somebody bought us a Ferrari. It was like a couple of times that happened. And I think, like, you know, one of the big ones that it happened with was PlayStation 2. We got a PlayStation 2, and it was like, oh my gosh, like our parents worked so hard to get us that, right? And that turned into, yeah, we got a PlayStation 2, but King Kong requires a freaking Cabela's Big Game Hunter. Oh, they were the real deal for sure, dude. They were for sure the real deal. But I don't know if you guys ever did this where you got a game where you had no memory card, but it required a memory card to save. I remember we got the biggest Christmas present I ever got back then. I've got some big ones, especially since my parents started doing better, you know, but things were tough for some families growing up, and my parents were hard workers, you know. But before things kind of started working out a little bit better, you know, at work or whatever, they still worked very hard to get us nice things like that PlayStation 2. So one Christmas we got that PlayStation 2 with a copy of King Kong, the video game. And that game was insane insanely fun, such a great game. It was like one of those games where like you freaked out when you saw the graphics of it, because up until that time there were such bad graphics. Like all video games looked like Zelda Ocarina of Time, right? So whenever I saw water, like choppy water, and on the opening scene of that game on PlayStation 2, I was so taken aback. I was so just shocked. I was like, it looks like it's real. You go back and look at it now and it just doesn't look real at all. It just doesn't look nothing like it compared to real life. If you saw graphics like this back in the day, you'd be crapping your pants, right? But we eventually beat that whole game. I love Star Wars on Game Boy Pixel games. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we eventually beat the whole King Kong video game after like 50 attempts apiece by getting through the whole thing without any saves. It just got to the point where we mastered how to beat like the entire first half of the game in like 15 minutes or something. It became nothing but speed runs, right? That's how speed runs were like developed, right? So it was fun. It was a fun time. All right, guys, let's go over here. Let's go over here. And it's 17:15, so now's the time to start driving. Now's the time to start driving and see what we can do. Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Hold on, hold on. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. She does have a tent down there at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tents. She has 6 tents down here at the bottom. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I might deal with just 5 of them, though. I might just make myself deal with 5. I might even take one of them off. Like, honestly, this one right here, right in between them. So, like, I might take one of these off. I might take this one off, right? And then maybe this one. And have, like, a couple more tents to scout with. Because I am very much sick and tired of freaking scouting the zones. That's for sure, for sure. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? We need the garage. We need the garage. There we go. All right, guys. Let's do a quick... Ooh, no, 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 no. Let's do a quick look around. On the other side of the river. I guarantee we're going to find some kind of zones there. Well, guarantee. I hope we're going to find some more zones. And if we found all 6 of the ones we're missing, boy howdy, I would be ecstatic. But we got to find at least 6 more zones before we know for sure that we could start the actual grind. Now this, whoa, this part right here from the other end of this bridge up to the end of the map is a red zone for the hotspot map, which means it is a lot of them that spawn here. So even if we see a zone that already looks like we have it, we're gonna hop off. We're gonna check every single one of them, except that they're not popping up yet, which is really kind of disturbing to me. It is definitely time for them to have been popped up. Like that was a road deer zone right behind us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it had no indicators of a zone. But I think, by golly, guys, this is going to be a good grind. This is going to be a really good grind. I think we're doing a super good job of setting it up. It might be really boring to view, but it's going to get really intense. It's going to get super fun because this is going to be, we're going to be doing herd management with a lot of scouting to start it out. We're going to be very successful at having it be a good grind. I'm very confident in that because we're going to be doing everything they say to do. Everything they say to do. All right. Honestly, I feel like we have already discovered, I think quite literally almost every single road deer zone on the map. And it still hasn't equated to 110 separate looking zones. But some of those zones are stacked up on top of each other. You know, but when she was talking about it, she was looking at the map and mentioning, like, she was kind of, it seemed like she was talking about like 110 of these little indicators, those little water droplet indicators. And if that's the case, we're definitely short a few. if it's just total zones, including the ones that are overlapped, we're over 110. We're definitely over 110 if that's the case. Because we got 104 indicators alone. But I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to, by the end of today, be shooting some roe deer. Making sure we already got it. Here we go. Here we go. I'm not seeing an indicator, and this is roe deer territory. There's one. So we're at 105. We're at 105. If we find 5 more, then we're good to go. Could this possibly be a separate zone right next to it? It's a little split off. Nope, it's already discovered. Okay. All right, that's 1 out of 6 that we need. We got 5 more to go before we are, for sure, at least able to start. Whether it's preferable to find 10 or 20 more, I'm not sure, but we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty darn good. This is looking hopeful. This is looking hopeful. I'm not seeing an indicator. There's, okay, 106 out of 110. It's really good. It's really, really good. We need 4 more to at least hit the minimum of 110 zones. And here's another one. There we go. There's another one. Let's freaking go. We need 3 more. 3 more of them suckers. See how much of a hot spot this is? It's crazy. Yeah, from here, from this bridge to right here, absolutely crazy. I'm going to check a little bit more. I think we're just about at the end of it, but I'm going to check a little bit more and make sure that I'm not missing any. That one could be a new zone, but I don't think it is. Nope. All right, we need 3 more zones, and then we've gotten all 110 separate drinking points. Okay, I'm seeing some more foot. There we go. So I say, are they going to go this far? Are they going to go this far to the edge of the map? That's going to be another zone. Guys, we need 2 more zones. 2 more zones, and we are good to go. I'm going to fast travel right across the way to that tent that's just across the river, but we're here. We're cooking with Crisco. This is it. 2 more zones, and we have absolutely gotten the amount that they say. But we're going to have to drive northwest from this tent instead of just southeast like we have been doing. Directly across the river should be at least 2 more. I hope so. Now, I'm hoping, you know, with my OCD self that not too many of those overlapped with some others. But I think we're doing fine. I think we're doing really fine. It doesn't mean I'm just going to start blasting away as soon as we get these other 2 zones, because I'm still learning what I need to do to set up. And we are going to be attempting to do extreme herd management, meaning I'm going to kill every single small level 1 off of the main lake, and I'm going to kill everything not on the main lake that is even so much as a big level 1, and that should make it where I can start to get some sort of larger animals very quickly as far as what's available on the map. But she did say you need to exit the game and then respawn. Dubstep, are you still... Oh, wait, Dubstep hopped off. I'm not sure. Cowboy, I don't know if we talked about this yet or not. I forget what they said. Some people have been saying so many different things on the internet. Like, I'm listening to YouTube videos as I'm streaming this stuff, right? Not right now, but like a lot. I have even just recently during the stream. But I don't know whether to pick the darn animals up or not. You know? I have no idea whether or not I should pick up the actual animal or not. You know, when it comes to trying to swap them. Like, if I got a level 3 all the way up here in the northeast lake, do I want to pick that sucker up after I kill it, or is it only going to teleport to one of the other nearby lakes? Like, am I going to have to kill it like 5 times? Did it get it to go from this lake to this lake to this river to this lake to this lake? You know, I'm not completely sure how to get a level 2 from the northeast part of the map to the southwest part of the map. Uh-oh, turn back. We got 10 seconds to get back on the map. Okay, I think we did it. All right, let's fast travel back and start driving down to the other tent. And then we'll be good to go. That's another thing I could do. I could pick up one of those tents because I don't know that I need... I could just use this one tent by the bridge, pick this one up. And that could help me drive both ends of the river right here. Honestly, I could do all 4 sides of it right there like that. You know, so that's tempting. It's tempting to pick this one up right here. I'm just not sure how much I'm going to need it. I might need it. I'm just not sure. So I got to start the, yeah, that's where I'm lost big time as well. Yeah. Oh yeah. Directly across the river should be at least one. Oh, I already read that. Yeah, the swapping part is the part that I am lost on. Other than that, that is it. Other than that, that is completely it. And even some people who are like big YouTubers, big-ish YouTubers, right? Like bigger than me for sure. I've watched some of their videos. I've looked up some of their videos, and I can't get a consistent answer out of a lot of them. You know, some of them just don't even bother with it. Some of them are very, very specific with it. I don't know why this zone had no footprints there. I don't know what makes them have the footprints or not have the footprints. But hopefully we get a couple more zones here. We need at least a couple more. It's only 1758. I've seen them way past 1800, so I would hope that we're going to find some more zones here, but it looks like we might be out of luck on that. Because every road deer zone I'm driving up on right now has no footprints by it. Which tells me that fast traveling to the tent might have just undid all their footprints. Yep, that's at least the 3rd discovered zone we've already had that we've drove past. So it looks like all the road deer zones are in fact gone off the map. I'm going to have to switch the time now. We're running out of money, though. We've been spending all my money on this grind. I'm down to $7,000. So let me check my hotspot map here real quick. So from this point all the way down to right about here, just a little bit right about here, actually, where this island is a bunch of zones, like a bunch of zones. And so we could just set the time for 1715 back here if we have the money to do so. 1715, something like that. Hopefully it works. That's what they suggest. They said 1715. This tent is so wonky that I feel like I'm going to fall out of it every time I travel to it. All right. 1715, 375 bucks. That's not as bad. It's not as bad as it was. We had it up to like $1,000 bucks. All right, let's see here. Now we should be able to go northwest and hopefully find at least one zone. Oh, it might not actually go all the way up there. Yeah, this might be the point where it actually stops, is right about here. We'll check and make sure. We will check and make sure. If we don't fast travel, then we should still have all their zones there. But I feel like sometimes things just don't work. I feel like sometimes things just flat don't work. That's why I haven't even started shooting yet. I haven't killed not one roe deer yet till I get better understanding about swapping. That's exactly what's stopping me, dude. We are quite literally in the exact same boat when it comes to this grind. If you learn anything about it, or if I learn anything about it, which I'm going to be looking stuff up on it today in between streams, I'll make sure to let you know, or if you want to let me know, I mean, I wouldn't mind if you figure it out, because I've yet to see someone give a clear explanation of it for dum-dums like me, at least. I take an extra long time to sometimes learn simple things for whatever reason. You know. Here we go. Here's the zone. All right, so fast traveling, if it is, so there's one right there. If it is, in fact, like 1800 or 1759 or 1830, right, and you're still seeing footprints on the ground, apparently don't fast travel, because then they will go away. But if you just keep driving, you will see them up until like an hour, hour and a half, maybe longer after they're gone from their drinking zones. That's just my personal experience. Hopefully that helps somebody out. All right, we found at least one of the two that we were needing. I'm going to keep driving past this point, obviously. And it goes till about the little island down Cha. So we have what, how much? We got about a kilometer, a little over a kilometer. Now, this is kind of funky because look at that, their zone isn't there. Do they have to be within 400 meters of you as well? It's only 1728. It shouldn't be that late for their little footprints to be sticking out. Here we go. Okay, we already have that zone. I still want to get at least a couple more before we wrap things up. I'm definitely going to be not shooting them until at least this evening, because in between streams, and we do have our monthly giveaway at the end of the evening stream today. We do have our monthly raffle hunt. If anybody watching this now or later wants to participate, it is the 19th of August, and let me tell you, it's going to be fun. We're trying to get where we have more than one contestant at a time, because the last two times we had winners, only one of them actually was entered. You know, so they were guaranteed a $25 gift card. If we do have only one person this time, we will be lowering the prize more than likely, because at this point we're giving away not just what we get from the channel, but more than what we get from the channel. And we can't grow. We can't grow if we can't invest it back to the channel some way, somehow. So if we have nobody or one person show up, it might be a $10 gift card instead of a $25 for the raffle hunt. It'll still be a $25 gift card for the keyword subscriber giveaway, for the paid sub giveaway, because those people pay monthly to be able to support the channel. And we're not going to that prize is not based off of attendance or anything like that. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Either way, we will continue the monthly raffle hunt until it grows and grows and grows. And eventually what the prize will be, that first place gets like a gift card of a certain amount plus free merch, right? Second place will just get the gift card of a similar or same amount. And then third place will just get a free merch. But that's pretty good, because some of the merch, guys, is like 50, 60 bucks, you know. So it's kind of hard to say whether or not first or second place should get the merch versus the gift card, right? We might make second place. We might make it where second place gets to choose. Do you want the merch or do you want the gift card? That might be better too. But eventually we will have a first, second, and third place winner for all of it. That's the goal. All right, I'm going to teleport up here real quick. I think we've just about done it. I think we've just about found all there is to find. But every time I say that, there's one or two more spots that never cease to amaze me that we somehow didn't get them the last 20 times we went over it. There is a roe deer fleeing right there. But we're not going to worry about that too much. I don't know how she's still drinking at 1742. And let's see here. See, we got this zone, but I'd have to get pretty lucky for this to be a new zone. It could be a new zone. Nope. That's all right. Only a couple of zones away, and I can't freaking find them. I tell you what. Literally like two separate fresh new zones away from starting this process, but I'm really just going to keep scouting until the end of the stream at this point, which is just about now. But I'm going to at least go until I find two more zones. Once I find two more zones, we're definitely going to have to call it for this stream. I can only play up to 2 or 3 hours at a time because it starts to hurt way too much. Speaking of which, I gotta take this ice off. If I forget ice on my neck all the time, it does damage to my neck over time. We've got to stop forgetting that. But, or it can. I think we're about to be cooking with Crisco, guys. I think we're about to be cooking with Crisco. Because I think we've got just about every zone there freaking is. What did I miss? Did I miss a chat? Up to 2 hours in game time, you should still see the prints. Oh, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. 2 hours. I knew I'd seen them at least an hour and a half into it. I'm so sorry. My audio cut out. It's supposed to ding me when someone chats, and it freaking does this stupid stuff where it just cuts out and doesn't do it. There we go. I got it turned off and turned it back on. That usually resyncs it. These headphones are supposed to be like the headphones, and they are malfunctioning in so many ways. Supposed to be the best headphones literally in the world. I've heard people say these are the best you can get, you know, and for some reason they're just consistently bad at certain parts, certain things. Oof. But I do have a solution for that if I ever decide to actually go out and buy the splitter that I need to solve it. They got an auxiliary, the DAC, like a little wireless dock that you can use to connect them to multiple things, which is why they're so cool, right? It also has an auxiliary cord on it that you can plug in and switch that to for your second audio. And really what I just need to do is go buy a splitter so I can put that in the back of the monitor and not have to turn off my speakers. Kind of rambling at this point, guys, but hey, we're in the middle of a very grindy, gruely process of hunting. So I get to yapping. Let me tell you, I get to key yapping. Okay. even that zone had the zone there, but no prints. I'm wondering what makes the prints not show up, because we're not even an hour after their drinking time yet. And sometimes they're there and sometimes they're not. And I've seen some zones where their prints are not there, the zone is, and then 100 meters away, there's a brand new one with the prints are still there. You know? Weird. Super weird. Not really seeing much, let me tell you. Hopefully, we'll fast travel over here real quick and see. Well, if barely did that before we drowned. I am so ready to start shooting these freaking deer. Oh my gosh. Well, I got a feed zone or resting zone, one of the two. Eating zone, there we go. Man, there's a lot of ibexes and goat-like creatures on this map. There's a ton of them. All right, let's see if we can get a new zone over here. Not looking the best. Got ourselves some Iberian wolf up ahead. All right, is this is the same zone almost guaranteed, but we can try it out and hope. God dang, get off there. Yeah, it's the same zone. It be the same zone. I'll try this little spot right here and make sure that it's the same zone. This is the only part that's white instead of blue. Nope, same zone. All right, we're gonna finish our lap. We got about 47 minutes of game time. I can't help it. If it's white, I gotta make sure. Gotta triple check and make sure. I've had too many of them be overlapping, even on just one part. All right, here we go. Pretty much guaranteed, yep. Pretty much guaranteed to be the one we already found, but we're checking, we're making sure. Pretty much the same thing, almost guaranteed, but we'll check it out and make sure. It's a little bit off of it, but it's not, it's pretty close. This is pretty much guaranteed to be the same group. Yep. Show enough. Come on now. Come on now, ATV. Come on now. All terrain, please. Yeah, looking like this is as thoroughly spotted as it is going to get. God dang it. I don't know where we could even find a single other zone. I have no idea where we could. Honestly, maybe up here if we're lucky. I don't know. Really hard to say. We've really spotted most all of it, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think we've found a crap ton of zones. I still think the river is going to be our best bet. I still think it is. I think this little stretch of the river right here on the south side is going to be probably our best bet. So we're going to hop over here real quick and take that trail to the west, then up to the north, and start driving from west to east on that south side of the river, seeing what other zones we can find. Then after that, guys, we're probably going to wrap it up. I know it's kind of an underwhelming. I want to say there's an amount for. How am I missing these? I'm so sorry, bro. These headphones are supposed to be notifying me, and they're not. It's driving me crazy. I want to say there's a mount just for the ibex that's called the Grand Slam. Like a Matt Deluxe mount or something like that. All right, let's see here. All right, we're going to drive. We're basically going to take the trail, then cut to the right up north, and then go straight north from there to where these zones stop. And then bada bing, bada boom. It's a male from each of the 4 ibex species. Oh, heck yeah. Well, this is the perfect map for that. That sounds like a map multi-mount designed specifically for Quattro, which is awesome. I feel like Quattro has things to offer that you really have to know about. Like if you just pop on this map as a new person to the game, you'd feel maybe quite a bit disappointed. You know, maybe not. I don't know, but there's not very much large game. There's not very much large game. Why didn't I just fast travel to that tent? Why did I not just fast travel to the tent instead? What am I thinking? We got about 25 minutes of game time, so about 5 minutes and some odd seconds of real time to scout as much as possible of that river. The good news is whether things take as much time as expected or even more time than expected, we are still very much going to be, by next Call of the Wild Wednesday, successfully shooting roe deer for the grind, and I am super pumped about it. My real goal is to be popping off at them and understanding how to trade them out by this evening's stream. That way people have something to watch before they do the raffle hunt for themselves. But we shall see, we shall see. There's some tracks. God dang it, I'm not seeing the zone. Golly. Just 2 more zones, River. Just give me 2 more zones. That's all I need. That's all I need is just 2 more zones. God dang, I don't think it's going to do it. We might have tapped out just about every single zone in the map and somehow got to 105 separate little markers instead of 110. Then again, that's really hard to say because we're not seeing prints right now, even next to the actual, like, watermark indicators, little droplet circles. So, but we're seeing some and just not some others. We're seeing some of them with or without an indicator next to them, whether they've been discovered or not. And there's other ones that they're just not popping up. And I wonder, because I've seen this happen with other animals, if sometimes they don't use that particular zone. I have discovered at least once before that I know about. I've probably rambled the story off way too many times, but a pronghorn that I followed, it was a diamond pronghorn. I followed it, pinned down exactly where it was, saw it lay down and start to rest, and by using my binos, discovered its rest zone. Then I reset the time from a tent over 300 and then over 400 meters away, and it never showed back up. It was crazy. It never came back, and I reset it and reset it and reset it until I was out of money. Moved the tent further away, you know, disappeared and got to like an outpost, I think, or just really got super far away from it, and it never came back to that rest zone. And I know that that's the rest zone it was at because it laying down and resting there was how I discovered that rest zone. And it was wild, absolutely wild to me. Let's see here, what do we got? What type of tracks do we got right here? Surface depression, okay. What about the actual tracks? Iberian Mouflon. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Looking like uno mas time changes. Uno mas time changes. We're going to set it for 17:15. We're going to scout for one more bit. We're going to scout for one more little bit and then call it for this stream. And when we get back, we should hopefully, I'm going to be looking up videos online. And hopefully this evening when we get back, we will know exactly what animals we need to start shooting for the grind. I need to change the time first. All right, let's see here. 17:15 it is. I'll say 17:17 just to be extra careful. And let's see if we can go get just 2 more stinking zones, guys. 2 more zones. That's all we need. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. About to put myself asleep doing this part of the grind, I tell you what. All right, here we go, guys. Back to the river. Back to the river. I think the river's about tapped out. God dang, I think the river's about tapped out. Man, I tell you what, we might not have missed any, for crying out loud. They might just not have been here. There's somewhere where we are missing several groups. There is somewhere on this map where we are missing several groups. We got a bunch of howling Iberian wolf behind us somewhere. God dang. Ain't nothing for it. It's not giving us any zones at all. We're driving down this whole stretch. Ain't no zones. Man alive. We've made it quite a ways. This is crazy. Guys, this is insane that we're going this long without seeing a single zone on the river. That's crazy. I mean, there are some stretches like we pointed out earlier where they don't actually spawn, but we are back in spawning territory for roe deer here on the river. And this is, I think we might have actually done it. I think we might have actually discovered every single zone on the map. We're only technically at like 107 instead of 110 separate little water droplets, but many of those zones are like double marked, or two zones marked by one water droplet. So I'm not completely sure how necessary. It could be completely necessary because I'm not sure if we've found only like 3/4 of the actual zones or if we've actually found every single zone. I'm not entirely sure how necessary it is at this point to find 3 more separate watermarks. Oops. Ooh, I'm getting tired of this. I understand why they call it a grind. I definitely understand why they call it a grind. This is not usually how slow things are for us, guys, but this is just that one long, drug-out part before the good stuff happens. Let's see here. This is the part where there isn't really any spawn points for them. The last little bit has been for a minute, but before that, and upcoming here after this bridge, is some parts where there should be some drinking zones. Give me something, game. Give me something. Oh my gosh. Guys, we're only 2 zones away from being able to start shooting the roe deer. And by George, we can't find them. See, here's a zone that we know is already marked, and this is likely that same zone. They overlap sometimes, so it would be nice if it was a new one. It is not. That's all right, though. Let's just keep it going. Let's keep trucking along the river. The river's going to be our best bet. I don't think that it's any of the lakes that we've missed. I think the river's going to be our best bet. We're only 2 freaking zones away. We're probably good to go as it is, but I'd prefer to be extra good to go, not barely good to go. I'd prefer to find like 20 more zones, you know, like as many as there possibly are, but it's not necessarily looking like there's a whole lot for us to find without being excessively thorough. But driving the whole map 2, 3, 4 times does take time, so there's definitely some spots I haven't noticed. Oh, man. Guys, it's looking like about that time. I'm going to get to the end of this river and wrap things up. Like I said, I do apologize for how slow and kind of drawn out this part of the process is for the Great One grind. But once it's all over, guys, which should be by the end of the day, at the latest, it'll be the next stream. At the very latest, it'll be the next time we stream Call of the Wild. That'll be the point where we are definitely able to start taking shots and effectively getting respawns and starting the herd management process and really seeing the fruits of our Call of the Wild labor, I tell you what. We're leaving the... I don't think I could cover that ground. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Am I going to make it? Ooh. Let me check up here real quick, guys. I'm trying to think of any other lakes that we really need to double, triple check. This one was good, if I remember right. This one was perfectly fine. There could be another zone right there, though. So we'll go drive past it real quick. Oh, I keep saying we're going to end it. I just need another freaking zone. Oh, I need another 2 zones in their own spaces. And we can start shooting these road deer. Why did it spawn it all the way over here? That's weird. It's not even on the little driveway part. All right, let's see here, guys. We're going to go west. One or 2 more zones, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hopefully this is a new zone, but it's probably not. Nope. I'm hoping for as much as I can find. I know we're going to be very confident when we start shooting now, though, that we've definitely found all the zones. I know we're going to be super confident in that. That is for sure. There's going to be absolutely no reason at all to doubt that we have found all the zones after this. We've been, I think, much more thorough than most people would ever be. Okay. No. Yeah, looks like we've got them all, guys. I can't think of a single lake or part of the river we haven't checked like twice or 3 times. And we're still not at 110 separate little water drops. If it's just a matter of 110 zones total, including the ones that are where 2 or 3 of them are marked by the same little water droplet, then we are far and away above 110. We have found, I think, every zone there possibly could be. I mean, we've checked every lake at least 2 or 3 times. We checked the river like 4 or 5 times. I think we're about good. So after I wrap things up here in just a couple minutes, here in just a few minutes, I'm going to be spending my time. Stop fish tailing. I'm going to be spending my time researching how to get better at grinding, just to make sure that, you know, as we start the process, that it's going to be as good as it can be. And I'm super excited. I'm beyond super excited because the last, like, I don't even know, 10 hours of me playing this game has been just setting up the grind. Like, at least, like, it's been discovering every outpost, every lookout point, setting up tents, setting up tripods, discovering every single drink zone, you know, checking every spot that they can spawn like 3 or 4 times and getting every single zone out of that. I think it's going to make it very much worth it. Here's a zone. Here's a zone. Here we go. Come on now. Come on now. Tell me this is a... Yes! Okay, there we go. There's one of the zones that we were missing. There's one of the zones. Okay, we're literally 1 zone away. 1 zone away. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so ready to be done with it. We are 1 zone away from hitting the minimum threshold that we're going to want to have before we start blasting away at these roe deer. I'm checking every single one, even if there's a water droplet next to it, because I'm going to make sure there's no overlapping zones. All right, let's see here. so happy that we checked that. Oh my gosh, so worth it. So worth it. Every single zone getting discovered is going to be well worth it. Now, there may still be some scouting on the next stream, but it won't be scouting the whole time. And I'm super pumped. What a grueling, slow process this has been. This is probably going to be that one we already found, but they can't overlap, so we'll check. I'm just going to walk down this way and look at my hotspot map while I'm looking at it. Because I don't think... I don't think they really can spawn any further out than this. So down here, they do not spawn either, as far as I can see. And then over here, they do. So there may be some down this way, but we better hurry up and fast travel down there and drive it before we get to like 1900 or something. Man, this has been a long, grueling process, you guys. Oh, man. So ready for it to be done. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while we're dealing with it. Oh my gosh, what a slow process it's been. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work. So we got to go to that place just south of us. And drive it for a second. Now, they only spawn on the top half of this, which is the close end of it to us right now. So if there is any zones that aren't discovered, we should see them fairly quickly. Strong chance, though, that this is just another blank spot with no zones, though, because like I said, we have really checked very thoroughly. There could be one or two that we're missing, but boy howdy, it's hard to imagine. So this one's going to be the zone that's already with this area more than likely. Yep. Let me check the hotspot map again. Okay, so this is actually only on the top right, where we came from, basically, down to the bottom, or like middle right. And then after that, we need to go check, triple check, and make sure down here doesn't have any other zones for us before the time switches. But golly darn gee willikers, guys, we're just about there. Oh no, we're gonna fall into the water. Into the water. A bottle of water. Let's see here. Yep, we're dead. Super knocked out. Super knocked out. I'm just gonna run this other part and then fast travel if I don't find anything. I don't got far to go. Not looking great, guys. It's not looking great in the way of footprints. In the way of drink zone indicators. This one may have some more for us here as well, but we only got about 5 real minutes. I'm going to go over here, hop onto an ATV, jump over to the left, check that real fast. Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy how many zones we have found. We are literally one zone away. Literally one zone away. We could have already done it too. Who knows? right, let's go west. Let's go west, see where it takes us. See where the wind takes us, see if we can't get that last zone. Haha, there we go. That was cool looking. Can we get there in one piece if we just floor it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oof. All right, here we are. All right, so this one has them basically at the top half, which is where I'm at. Okay, let's see here. Maybe this will be a new zone. Nope. It's all right. It's all right. Nothing so far. It's getting to be that time. It's getting to be that time. We got 12 minutes or less of game time. Less than 11 minutes of game time. So we got like 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get another zone before we have to change the time. Which we will not be doing. We're going to wrap things up right here, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's been a grueling, slow, grindy process. It's looking like all she wrote, you guys. It's looking like all she wrote. Gonna be extra thorough. Make my way down here. Yep. All right, guys. All right. Hey, thank you guys so much for bearing with me throughout all this slow streams that we've been having on Wednesdays. I know with school starting back up and with us only streaming Call of the Wild on Wednesdays for sure, at least. There's other days we do sometimes, but I know that things have been really slowing down a lot, and that's probably part of what's been going on with the sudden drop we've had. But that's okay. We're going to get back. We're going to get right back to it. We're going to build it back up. And I appreciate every single one of you guys lurking. Every single one of you guys has hung out with me already. Anybody watching this now or later on the VODs, I appreciate every one of you guys. Stick around for the outro, guys. And yeah, we're going to be back on in just about 2 hours and 15 minutes for part 2. We're going to do a 2-hour stream with a 1-hour hunt competition for a winner of a gift card. So love y'all. But until the next one, y'all take care.